Late night Grin. Also, what does that name mean?
Do not adjust your sets. Do not be too scared. I am, but you don't have to be. This is indeed LNG 100. It's finally arrived. And yes, this is what you're going to be looking at for the next couple hours here. So lock in. It's a hell of an occasion. I have a format in front of me. There's a major announcement that's under an hour away. There is so much to get into. And of course, only fitting we have an all-star panel for the occasion. Jack Crosby, a founding father, as you often remind us. You are in attendance here at LNG 100. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
I'm wonderful. I really am. It's a great time. We've been preparing for this for about 8 years, I think, now. So we made it. We got across the line. So I'm delighted to be here. I think we're going to have some fun tonight. Matty Bullets, not only are you here, you have a very snazzy new T-shirt. I see some real Graps representation, brother. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we didn't plan out how small it would look on the screen when we had this plan, but I'm doing great, man. I've actually been genuinely excited to do this show all day.
Yeah,
it's been very weird. But yeah, things are good. I got nothing else. No, I didn't actually prepare for this show at all. I was just excited to do it. So
I am concerned about that, right? Because so I have all these videos we're going to throw to and these bits, but I did think earlier, like, what are we going to do in between? We have to talk about wrestling in between, I guess. Bob will have to carry us, right? Bob has some stuff.
We're gonna
some stuff.
We're gonna talk
Speaking
about
of such,
Dwayne the Rock.
Oh, we're definitely talking about Dwayne with a moment in time tonight. But nonetheless, Bobby, how are you this evening, mate?
I'm doing well, man. You know, great to be here. Really excited to finally be at LNG 100. Got some Stone Cold beers earlier. Going to be drinking those tonight. So living it up.
Hell yeah.
Is this a new like Bob character unlocked here? Drunk Bob? Is that what we're looking at here tonight?
I mean, I don't drink as much anymore. Like the pandemic, I kind of stopped because it was kind of a bummer. Just picking it back up tonight.
Okay, fair enough.
We're gonna get a hell yeah from you.
That makes me especially concerned about one bit I had up my sleeve, but we'll see how it goes, folks. Lock in. We trust our instincts. Young Dukes, one of the great LNG Dojo graduates. You're here, LNG 100. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you, Joe?
I'm great, and I'm thankful for you always asking. I really do appreciate it. That's
Jack
a sign of good coaching.
Jack stole my spot a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, I figured I'd ask you specifically. You know,
he does that, right? Jack does that. He got pole position. He's right there at the front. He's ready to go. He's locked in. So
founding.
I was expecting.
It's true, Jack. It's true. I was reminded LNG 1 started with just Matt and myself. It was just us.
Because LNG 1 was the day Penelope was born.
Yes.
Which is
literally.
And it sums me up that those two things still operate on a different timeline. Like, you'll tell us like Penny's age, and I'm like, no, that's not right. Like, of course it's right. We
I sent you guys a video this morning of her fucking singing a song.
Yeah, you fucked up my Instagram feed. That is true. Yeah. You're the founding father. You're the only claimed father here. Bob doesn't claim his, so
we're off and running, folks. There it is. All right. I love it. Chris, it's been too long since you've joined us here on the Late Night Grin, but you had to make the town for LNG 100. How have you been, mate?
Of course, couldn't miss it. Man, I'm just excited to be here. This brand has meant a lot to us over the last few years. The young lions have grown the last 3 years or so before everyone's eyes on here. So just really happy to be here. Happy to be hanging out with you guys. The Tallahassee Gimmick Cup is back. So
beast.
Let's have a night, boys. Let's have a night.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Manny the Hooper. Frankly, terrifying backdrop you have in front of us here. You look.
What the fuck are you doing, Manny?
Look at Manny. Like, just there's so much depth. Manny has the same amount of the screen as the rest of us, but there's so much more depth to what Hooper is bringing to the
If
table.
I see
It's just
another
different.
goddamn Wembanyama tweet, I'm gonna
I agree.
kill myself.
We can agree on that. But anyway, Manny, how are you?
I protested today. I mean, they were playing in Austin. What the fuck, man? What do you do playing in Austin?
You do
Anyways.
protest a lot generally, but nonetheless, are you good, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you guys hear the fan behind me?
No.
Not really. No, you're good.
Okay, I guess
I'll,
you in a
trust
coal
me, I'll
mine?
tell you if I can. Yeah.
No, I pressed the noise canceling button on here, and I guess it works.
We can't hear you, Manny.
What?
No.
You can't hear? Oh.
Please, look, please. There are 8
5
people on
minutes.
this show. 6 of your co-hosts, you could do that bit, and it could be a 2-minute bit. Manny will spend an hour asking us if we can hear him. Please, it's not the night for that. We have too much to get to.
Yeah, if
and of
anybody's
course-
asking, I'm in my garage. So there you go.
No one was asking, I don't think. but
Yeah.
There you go. If you were, here's your answer. The Oracle of Wrestling, you are not in your garage unless I'm mistaken. I seem to spot a classic PWT's CM Punk shirt. I think I'm spotting there. Some LNG Christmas lore
Correct.
there.
Yeah.
Oracle, you've been here since what was the first episode? You did 3 or 4 maybe, right?
Something like that. Somewhere in September 21.
Yeah, you were as a special guest who then became a full-time member and was on more shows than anyone else on the platform and had like 3 of your own shows along the way. How are you this evening, sir?
I'm well. I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit terrified coming into today because I had gotten up quite early,
Fair.
and luckily I had dinner at my brother's and fell asleep on the couch off and on for about 90 minutes during the SmackDown.
Wow. I assume after Dwayne, I assume.
Well, yeah, I did see some Dwayne, although I was on the phone with my mom some for that.
Got ya.
But
Got ya.
I woke up off and on. I'd wake up and then I challenge you to WrestleMania. You know, they made 4 Mania matches tonight.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm good. I'm just refreshed enough. I got a Meliello here to feed me more caffeine. I think I'm good to go for the next few hours.
I think the beauty of this show is if anyone does get fatigued and wants to step out, I think it's fair to say that we've probably got enough bodies tonight to get us through. I think we're going to be okay. So I'll note that now.
Well,
I
the
think
intros are out of we're out of time, so it's been fun. Thanks for watching.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of time, folks, we are just over 45 minutes away from the major announcement. Now, I have been telling a lie or two over the last month, and I've been saying
You
that
know what? I'm sorry to
There's
interrupt,
something
but I
there.
love the Nitro bit we're doing here, where we continuously talk about how there's a big
we learned from the best, Oracle. Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Do we really have 343 people watching this show?
Apparently, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I
gotta go.
pushed this
Yes,
thing. I
sir.
pushed
You gotta
this
go.
thing pretty big, bro.
That's too many. That's
Everyone,
too
be
many.
careful. Jack, be careful. All right, everyone, just take it easy.
Manny?
But,
Andy, we're looking
I've been telling some lies. I've been telling everyone that I know of a major announcement that no one else knows, but really, I have just been taking the heat.
Joe, you've
for
been
Bobby
telling
Two
lies.
Shoes. I have.
You always tell me to tell you when you've been telling lies. So
I always do, and you always
That's when
come
I'm
through in that
telling
regard.
lies.
Bob is the one who actually has the major announcement. And in 45 minutes, we're going to find out what this announcement is. I have no clue. I see the video loaded up in the StreamYard, so I'm just going to hit it when we hit midnight Eastern. And we'll see what that is. So
I've heard
Bob.
rumors. I've heard rumors. I don't know
I've-
if they're confirmed, but I've heard rumors.
Yes, you've heard. And we be clear, this is a genuine mystery, right? And we're going to, that's sincere. So,
Joe,
folks,
I'm
yes?
realizing we actually did gloss over something. This is not the major announcement, but we talked about my shirt, but we did not expound upon the fact that
Go for it. Take it
that-
away.
that latenightgrinshop.com is back. Not that it ever actually went away, but there's new stuff on there now. As always, as we always say, we don't actually care if you buy anything. We're not trying to tell you to buy something. We're just saying that there are some new shirts on there, including this Real Grap shirt. There's tie-dye Late Night Grin shirt. There's pink Late Night Grin shirt. We got a Grinner shirt. There's some good stuff on there. So I definitely spent at least 15 minutes designing these shirts. So
Yeah, absolutely. So we're on YouTube and Twitch tonight, which is pretty cool. And on Twitch, we actually have a hype train going here. Rice Man Grins, sorry, that'd be a very different name, has resubscribed, was for 90 months, has got the Twitch on my phone and YouTube stream on the telly. It's the big 100! Exclamation point underlined in red. Oh, how. That's why the viewership's so high, right? It must be people doing double viewing to support the cause. I appreciate it, Rice Man. Thanks for being with us. Jason also resubscribed, been with us for 20 months. Silverblade been with us for 6. And also, I believe, yes, indeed, he gifted out 5 subs. So we have a little hype train gimmick going. We're on level 3. That seems high for us, right? Uncomfortable, isn't it? There's people watching the show.
Bobby, this
Frank
number keeps
resubscribed.
climbing.
It's wild. Bob's announcement's a draw. Frank resubscribed, as did number 1, Gunkle. We appreciate you guys. And as Matt mentioned, there's some merch out there, right? Which is pretty damn cool. Now, before we talk about wrestling a little bit, I guess. Yes, Manny, go on, mate.
We can just say, Joe isn't Tony Khan because, he would have just blown it, be a surprise, as soon as the show started. But, he likes to keep us waiting,
Well, it is what it is, brother. Okay. I think it would make sense throughout the night, as true egotists, we're going to be thrown to these kind of greatest hits compilations. We have like 4. No, I think we have 5 of them, which is really, there's nothing more late night Grin than that. We did a tweet. We said, tweet your favorite moments. Inexplicably, many of you have these things saved to your phone and were ready to reply with your favorite moments.
I got
We were surprised. Yeah, we were surprised too. And I tried to piece them together in a somewhat comedic fashion. So with that, let's pitch to the first one of those. Right, that makes some sense. Let's get some laughs going here. We're certainly not going to do it tonight, so we'll let our old selves carry the load in that regard. All right, here we go, folks. Some great memories from the late night Grin.
Here's the thing: when you talk about the history of AEW,
Jesus, hey, that's a serious allegation. Jack, do you have any response to this talk of your head being long? Quote.
All hail LNG Late Night Grin.
I've decided that I'm going to get mad now.
Fair.
You know who's a good wrestler? Christian Cage.
Pop.
Let's go, Rick! Woo! Oh no!
I think we're at Bob, right? Bob?
Yep.
Last pick, mate.
We'll close things out with Rob Van Dam, the whole fucking show.
Jesus.
Nickname, Joe.
Pop. Slammed it down.
Oh no!
Me
Oh no! Help! Help me! Okay.
What's happening?
What the fuck? I was losing you guys. I was spinning.
Jesus. I just love AEW.
Yeah.
Dear. There you go, folks. I told you this would be us laughing at ourselves for 2 or 3 hours.
I don't know why. The one that gets me every time I see.
You know who's a good wrestler? Christian Cage.
We all go back. So we're going to be bringing those throughout the night, folks. In addition, we got some wonderful messages from different supporters that have been with us over time, and some of those are in video form. We're going to be playing those throughout the night, but also we're going to be getting this going to be kind of presented throughout the night too. Folks are sending messages. There'll be banners. There's a few of them. I'll be switching them throughout the night.
God.
But we really do appreciate the support in that regard. A lot of people came out. Again, the video messages we'll get to momentarily. There's a few of those. And there's some familiar faces in those, as you'd expect. But a lot of the grinners opted to send in a message like this. So there'll be...
You really did prepare for this.
I had over a month. Yeah, it is what it is. You know?
Shooting, I didn't do shit.
No. You didn't even know what was happening until a week ago.
I was like, hey guys, what the fuck?
I keep framing it publicly as like, we really did something here as like this group preparation. In reality, I've just been just prepping for this. It's it's going to be fun times, I think. So, all right.
It keeps
With that,
going
I guess
up, man. I'm getting nervous now.
it is unsettling, isn't it?
I can't see the count.
472.
What the fuck?
Dude, plug Fleet Week.
Hey!
Doesn't exist right now, Chris.
Hey, everybody! Ray Phoenix is a terrible wrestler.
No! This is a party, Oracle. Come on. Come on.
This man has a broken hip, man. Come on.
Tell him, Manny.
Oracle playing the hits here in front of a stadium crowd. All right. I think it would make sense to do a little wrestling talk, right? While we're fresh. Probably. We'll do it now.
I'm too busy taking pictures of our viewership.
Hell yeah.
Build it and they will come, brother.
I've realized now that you guys can't even see me doing it, so I didn't need to tell you that.
He's gonna put a picture frame of each going up and up.
It's a hell of a house. We appreciate, folks. We really
I will say, guys, that if we hit 500, Bob will sing the New Age Outlaws theme.
That's true. He told me he would.
It's a quote, direct commitment from Bob there, folks.
Yeah.
That is not the major announcement we should know. I'm confident of that. I don't know it, but I know it's not that. If you are watching on the YouTube, give us a thumbs up. I think our channel will probably explode. Right? Won't even understand what's happening. I think if we get that many of them. So yeah, this is fun. All right. There was some big business on Wednesday, boys. There was some big business. AEW Dynamite, Mercedes Moné, hype train is complete at level 4. My God, that's excessive, really, isn't it? John Alba's in the chat. Business is picking up. Wednesday, Dynamite, Oracle, your words to me when the show went off the air. That's the best TV show wrestling's had thus far in 2024. And I agree with you on that. That felt like a home run, right? Relative to kind of what they had on paper going in. So I guess we'll kick that around a little bit here. Oracle, expand as much as you would like to on best TV show of 2024 thus far. That take, go for it.
I mean, yeah, it was. It had of course, the big slam dunk signing of Mercedes.
Well,
had a great
not so
match.
slam dunk anymore, I think.
Oh, have you checked the demo? so unnecessary. Oracle got one word into his thing. Like, let me immediately hit him with this spit. Oh, come on, dude. It's even worse that you did it because you don't give a shit. Like, Manny did that, I'd be like, yeah.
500.
Big 500 right in the StreamYard.
Take that, Tony.
Full screen Bob.
I expect you to throw sexist
Some of us
stuff.
can pop a number with a special episode.
Right. Anyway, Oracle, you were saying great episode.
Yeah,
right?
well, it had a great match with Jay White and Darby Allin, and which might have saved Darby Allin's life, and it I don't know, it just felt like
big time, right?
It felt like all the work that they've done the last 3 months is starting to finally pay off, and they're back on the right track.
Certainly feels.
I mean, the viewership's whatever, but I mean, 1991 or I guess more like 1992 WCW had nobody was watching that shit. That shit ruled. So,
Absolutely, yeah. Sign of the real, right? Chris, it's been a while, as I said earlier. So I'm intrigued. What have you made of this kind of AEW shift at the start 2024? It's felt like a different product. What do you think?
Absolutely. Something that I think, I mean, we've all been watching AEW for a while, but it's really fun to see that now they're starting to have real like television stars, right? Like stars that they go to all these different towns and it's like they're getting real reactions regardless of where they are. I mean, Swerve for one, Osprey now, because that's fresh, right? Mercedes is going to be that way too. They have real hitters that you see on the TV promos that, you're like, shit, like this is real, right? So I'm just really excited. The wrestling's been great. The reactions have been great, regardless of, Shoot might have some bits about the crowd sizes. I don't know, but
he's about to pull a graph up.
Hey, again,
regardless,
WCW.
It's been really fun to watch. This start to 2024, it looks like it's gonna be a really fun year. It's just like the caliber of television matches that we're getting, the match graphic that we got today for Collision, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I'm just really excited.
It is a really cool time, and Matt, you had your fun there with the ratings, but you've said it to me a lot, and it's true. Historically, wrestling history would suggest it does take time for the ratings to reflect the product you're putting out, right? You kind of have these.
Yeah.
I think with the way social is now, every week people talk about these momentum shifts. In reality, you have to kind of slowly, convince people they need to watch again. It takes time, and the reality is we're only 2.5, 3 months into this reboots, quote unquote. So I don't know, man. That was something you brought up to me, and I think it made a lot of sense. When do you? How important do you think it is they kind of just stay the course with this shift?
It's very important. The quality of the show is leaps and bounds over what it was for most of last year. It kind of it started with the Continental Classic, and then it really went to another level after the turn of the year. I made my jokes earlier, but genuinely, like, I'm having a blast. Obviously not every single week is, top tier incredible, but overall, I don't think there's been a bad show this year, and the overall direction is great. Ospreay has been a breath of fresh air. His promos are considerably better than I expected.
His energy is great.
Yes, his energy is awesome. They nailed the Okada debut. I can admit that I was not that excited about Okada coming in. I am now very excited about Okada. He's been phenomenal.
He was great on Wednesday, man.
Wasn't he?
He's a really good heel, man.
It's funny because I noticed, like, and I get that, like, New Japan's been very westernized, right, in the last 20 to 30 years, but just a little spot of him, like, basically the whole match, he's like, basically teasing Eddie, and avoiding him. Right. And then he goes out there, he goes on the floor, and he, you can see it, but, like, he's about to pull, I don't remember if it was Pac or whoever, from the ring apron, but it's like, that's such an American spot.
And then he got on the apron.
But, like, he just knew exactly where he needed to be, exactly, like, he's just, and I think I was talking about this with my brother, but, like, him coming in babyface would have been worse. Him heel was perfect.
Yeah,
it was a risk. It might have been somewhat of a risky, because like, people aren't gonna boo the Rainmaker, like, but in terms of, like, as a character and establishing him in the United States, him coming in as a heel with this new elite, which is somehow something I'm enjoying, which is not.
We did it.
A lot of people are saying that, dude. Like, everyone on my timeline is like, I don't like the elite, but this shit's good. Like, that's
the Bucks theme song with like the basically it's like a Succession remix is like incredible.
Yeah,
like,
they're doing good stuff.
Their whole act
Matt and Nick
really
should be
working.
told, like, this is where you live. Don't leave here. Like, this is where you stay, because they're so good at this.
They are,
and they were good in that previous heel. Like, this is where you guys stay, both of you.
Yeah,
terrible faces. I've always thought they were bad faces, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
they were such good dipshits. They're so good at being dipshits. Like,
absolutely. When they were a touring act, they could be babyface because people would see them come through once, right? And it'd be like they'd do all their shit and it would go over. But on TV, they're just way better as heels. And I think Okada is naturally arrogant and smug. Like, he's better being a heel, and I think that it's all. And absolutely, go for it, Jack.
And there was this person, because again, like, not everyone pays attention to New Japan, and like, Okada is revered as one of the best wrestlers of this generation, and to a lot of people that makes him an automatic babyface. So, like, people thought that he was going to walk into AEW, me included, as this babyface, great wrestler. Like, bringing him in as this heel was such a genius move, because that's where he thrives, and that's where he thrived in New Japan. That's what got him to where he is, this asshole Rainmaker. Like the Rainmaker character is a heel character.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what it was. That's how it was invented.
Yeah.
And that's how he came to be what he is now. So Tony Khan and AEW just being like, all right, well, let's just rehash it here as he comes over to America full time. Let's just do it all over again.
And it's especially important with Ospreay coming in at the same time, because Ospreay is going to do the conventional, this guy's the best in the world. He's going to wrestle everyone on the roster. We're going to talk about how great the matches are. It's going to be very match quality centric. It's very important Okada isn't doing the same thing.
Will's energy comes across to me as, I believe there were these like really, really long negotiations between WWE and AEW. And I think kind of like Meltzer said, where like they told, like Will got lowballed by WWE hard.
Do you think?
And Will in his mind is like, no. I'm a fucking top guy right now. Don't do this to me.
I can tell you, I listened to Talk Is Jericho.
And he took the AEW money.
Yeah.
Did you have to admit that publicly?
Okay. If anyone at home was keeping count on problematic podcast shout-outs from Manny, we're at 1. All right. Yeah. Keep it going. All right. Jay, what you saying, mate? Go for it.
But the way Will has performed so far is like a chip on his shoulder to show that like I am the top guy. And you told me WWE being like, I have to do this, this, and this, where like I can't just walk in. Yes, I can.
The presentation is very much felt that of a star. That's been very, very apparent, and I think that has been notable thus far. So,
and I think his promos, which is what people have shit on him about.
And his promos have been tremendous. I agree.
But but that's what he's been ragged on, and so far, like he's going out there, like I said, with a chip on his shoulder. Like, no, I can do it all. I can do everything.
Manny, respond to Ibu Vressel, who says, for anyone listening, he says, you would have had to kill me to get that info out of me regarding Talk Is Jericho.
I go to where some aggregators don't go to, man. That's where I go. I go deep. That's where.
There we go.
From what Ospreay said, it seemed like WWE just gave him less money, more dates, and they said we promise you like a WrestleMania spot, and like it didn't seem like he fucked with the idea. Like
just called the Chris Flynn fleet of podcast listeners.
Wow. Will's energy level is impressive.
Yeah.
Doing these promos in the ring is important. There's been this thing, and I promise this is not me doing like any WWE thing, but there's been like this thing now where people look down upon in-ring promos. And that's because they don't need to be 15 to 20 minutes long. Yeah. Some people can pull that off. Most people can't.
Unless you're The Rock.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. He's the reason it's broke, because he convinced them they should do that often.
But doing a 5-minute in-ring promo where you can work off the energy of the crowd, like that's important, especially for baby faces. And he's nailed that.
Yeah.
Shivani, like Tony stays out of the way, but I still feel like he adds just a little bit to it. I always like seeing the wrestlers, happy to see Tony. Like that's always a pop for me. So Will's been phenomenal. And that this is an example of staying the course. They, it is going to take a little bit of time for Will probably to impact them business-wise. Now, again, I don't care about that, but we want to talk about all angles.
Well, the idea is that you're going to get guys over. This is,
I
think people have slightly lost that. Like the idea that when they come in, that's the draw they are for the rest of their career. I think is kind of the idea is you get them to become, that's the point. But we'll kick around these ideas a little more here in a moment. But first, I would like to say I've noticed much of our audience is watching on the Twitter gimmick, which I didn't know was like a thing that people did. Hundreds upon hundreds, in fact, are watching. That's fine by me, but I will say, if you're enjoying the show, It'd be nice if you just hopped over to YouTube, hit the thumbs up, and then came back to the Twitter. It just helped. That's all. You know, we're building a brand here around Manny the Hoop. We want to show that you can draw for the folks at WrestleNomics. So, all right.
So
yes.
What do they do? Like, do you throw hearts up on Twitter, or what do you?
I don't know. But a lot of people are watching on there. So,
oh my God. There are a lot of people watching.
Yeah. I mean, it's what it is. I'm over. All right. Let's
real quick.
yes, mate.
Sorry, Joe.
Are you good?
But I do want to say on old Billy Ostrich. I mean,
showed up.
I'm obviously never going to be a huge fan of his in-ring style, but you know, if he's cutting promos like that every week, I'm good with it. You know.
Yeah, that was a money promo.
Incredible, man.
One more question for the X gimmick, man.
Mm-hmm.
How do you, for the people in the comments, I guess you can't comment when you're doing it, but I need to find out how do you watch other stuff or do other things?
I don't know. Manny, leave it. Just leave it. We've got too much going on here. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We have some video messages from Grinners and friends of the show that we're going to go to now. We have a few of these. This is the first of those. And then when we come back, we've got our first surprise of the night. Very cool surprise coming back. But first, here are some messages from our many friends of the show. Here we go, folks.
Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. John Alba here, actual respected, renowned sports journalist.
Hey guys, this is Chris from Music and Moonsaults.
What's up, Grinners? It's your boy Whiskey Dick Vitale. What's up, y'all? Just want to congratulate you guys on 100 episodes of Late Night Grin.
Just wanting to wish everyone over at Late Night Grin congratulations for 100 episodes of the Late Night Grin.
This is Evo Russell Pierce congratulating the Late Night Grin on 100 episodes. Here's to 100 more of greatness. Hermana.
And I just wanted to say congratulations on 100 episodes of the Late Night Grin. I mean, truly impeccable work ethic from Joe and the crew. It is something that is must see. And I'm not going to lie to you, honestly. I see it pop up in my feed. I'm like, oh, Joe's live. Okay, I'll go check it out.
I've been a member of the Grinner Circle from the get-go when it was under the channel was under a different name even. And, you know, I've struck up some good relationships with both Joe and Robert. Robert and I are always DMing during Michigan football season, and Joe and I are always getting our sicko Dom Mysterio takes off to each other in the DMs.
I just wanted to congratulate the boys on 100 episodes of talking about the beautiful bullshit that is professional wrestling. Thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts to 100 more. And don't forget to always combat against the tyranny that is Jack Crosby's horrible Karrion Kross takes.
And, you know, they've come on my platform a few times, and as I said, I've been able to come on the Grin for some watch-alongs and did one of my pay-per-view drafts with them, and I just really appreciate it, and you guys are awesome, and yeah, so here's to the next 100. Thanks, guys.
But aside from that, I have a lot of respect for the Late Night Grin crew, because I know, as well as everyone else who tunes in knows, that you are simply built differently. Congratulations.
We appreciate all the pals that appeared there. There'll be a couple more of those throughout the night.
How cool was that, man? Besides the Michigan hat.
It was cool, man. And we got a few of those. There's one that is not even. It has its own part of the show. Dukes is aware. It kind of represents a whole part of our community. So we'll get to that later. But
5 people are going to understand it.
It's going to roll. Speaking of built differently.
What about the casuals?
A few of those grinners said they'd been here for a while. And if you've been here for a while, you will remember a very prominent member of our team, someone that is now in the Late Night Grin Hall of Fame, which of course is very prestigious. And it's been way too long, but I'm delighted to say that for LNG 100, finally, a real star in the house.
Yeah! Let's fucking go!
Let's go! I heard you guys were talking big business, so I had to
real.
I mean, it is what it is, right? You had to be a J Show. How have you been? It's been way too long.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in my own apartment, which is like crazy. I'm a sophomore in college now.
You're like 30 now, right?
I'm 19. I have 2 little puppies. They're sleeping, but they're named Jade and Montez. So
Hell yeah.
That's big business right there. So, as folks, there's a lot of new folks watching tonight, many on the Twitter gimmick, but it has to be said, Jay Show, I think you joined the Late Night Grin in, I want to say February 2022, right? I want to say. And at that point in time, we were really rocking and rolling, and you came on board, and it was a real great time. We had so much fun doing far too many shows that we all regret now, but nonetheless, we did them, and we had fun. But I did always say to you, you need to get out of this damn space. So we've given as much insight as you'd like to, because I know like it is what it is. But what have you been up to? Because you've been killing it from what I've seen.
Yeah, so obviously I'm in college now, so I'm doing a lot of stuff like on my campus. I actually, if you see my like profile picture, I took my school, like my Black Student Union, to the Celtics game, which was super dope. So I'm doing lots of diversity, equity, inclusion work. So what I was trying to do in the wrestling space, I'm doing in like the broader world now. And my focus is really on like pop culture. So sometimes it does like dabble into the wrestling space, and I still keep tabs a little bit, but definitely not as involved as I was, and I don't think I will be.
Good for you.
God bless.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations from all of us here at the Late Night Grin.
Bigger stick, kiddo.
Yeah, you did it.
Meanwhile,
you
Joe and I are buying or spending all of our money on physical media.
you beat the game while we continue to lose, so it's great. Whenever I see a new J Shell post, it's like, oh, it's another really cool thing that J Shell's doing right now.
Yeah. Like actually important stuff.
Yeah, it genuinely is, and you know this, like, but it is really cool. So it's great, and it's great to have you back for this very special show. What do you think of the way this screen looks right now? This is kind of terrifying, right?
Yeah, this is like messing with my ADHD. I'm seeing like different versions of people, but
there you go. All right. Did you go to Big Business on Wednesday, J-Shell, or did you not go?
I was heavily planning on it. I saw the tickets I wanted, and I waited too long, and I was like, that's my sign not to go. And then I ended up looking at the rest of the card, and I was like, I was just going to leave after Mercedes anyway, honestly. So it was really...
So did the rest of America based on the numbers.
So I just watched it.
Yeah. What did you make of it, the big segment?
Well, I liked it, but the first thing I said was, where is the pyro? Like, I was expecting a little bit more. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I liked it. I don't like the theme song too much, but
sucks.
Yes, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
I'm not gonna say that on Twitter because the crew's really gonna come for me because they came for Taryn and she's a crew member too. So I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. You said I'm saving up for the Late Night Grin. The show that all the old fucks watch, they won't care.
People are just cheering because they want to chant, but I just want to hear the bum money. That's all I want to hear. I don't give a fuck about no chant. I can't chant from my house.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just look dumb.
To whom do you look dumb?
No one can see you.
Yeah.
Bro, you were quoting Jericho's podcast earlier. Like, that doesn't seem like something you're worried about.
Manny the Hooper scared of looking dumb in a public forum. There isn't even a public forum, by the way. It should be known, in his own living room.
Yeah.
Refuses to do.
Oh my god, it's Grinny.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh my
god.
The real star.
I forgot that was a thing that happened on this program. Right, we should probably explain, like, who is most Matt, do you think you're best equipped to recall what the lore of Grin, because many people don't understand why there is a dog that is our official mascot.
Well,
that was
great
the
story. It was like one of our first 10 episodes, right?
Yeah.
I think
I love
this. I think it's the first one with a name. I think it's the first one that has like the number and then a subtitle.
I thought this was like a multi-month thing.
It was one episode where he like hijacked,
and then we turned it into a bit, yeah. But Oracle got attacked by a dog, which I can't even finish saying without laughing.
Yeah,
and he turned that into like a 10-minute rant / story.
Yes.
And of course,
after I asked if he was okay, if he was like how he was today.
And of course, I immediately went and found a clip art dog and put it on the screen, and it became our mascot for at least 50 episodes, probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was Grinny. And then I apologize, I do not remember who sent that to him.
want to say it was a group effort from the guys.
I think it was a group effort, but I can't remember who was behind
Dukes,
it.
you're the
I
head
have
of
no
the
idea.
community. Yeah.
I have no idea.
High Chancellor of the Grin Circle, Young Dukes. Is the official detective for the Discord is Dukes. So I have to call upon him if there's anything going down. But yes, Grinny, I'm glad to see a big appearance. Second biggest return tonight,
my
right?
memories, I just came home from work one day and some sort of package was at my door and it was
One of those ones that's hard to explain, I'd imagine, really.
I'm trying to remember Oracle because I remember you were like trying to get the weren't you trying to get like the owner arrested or something?
On the Late Night Grin. The proper channel.
Is right.
So what happened is the dog bit me and I was like, does your dog have their shots? And they like hightailed it out of there. And
The
didn't let me know.
rabies, yeah.
So I had to like
Yeah, that's right.
call animal control to make sure the dog got quarantined because they didn't have
Yeah.
the shots. So I didn't
For
have to
anyone
do
who's on clip alert tonight, Manny did just clap his hands together and say, "The rabies, yes," which feels like something you could. It feels like there's potential with that, right? If it was like so.
I want to say I remember there being like not an argument, but a debate on whether we should blame the dog. I want to say that was
feels
the
like
thing.
something that Bob would have led. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Look, man, dogs. Look, Oracle. Maybe the dog just wasn't feeling your vibes that day. That's what dogs go on vibes.
True.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Big vibe show.
The vibes, that was a big part of Late Night Grin history when the vibes kind of overtook the platform, and now everyone does it.
Correct. We started
You
it.
guys were trendsetters, I feel. I mean, you didn't invent the word vibe, but you did use it an obnoxious amount when talking about professional wrestling. So.
True, and it worked.
We were robbed. Honestly, we were robbed by a certain Twitter personality
Jordan Pet too.
about a week ago. but
Jordan,
it's fine.
I love Jordan, and when I saw Tope had that quote tweet,
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Tope Suicida is he's cunning. You got to be careful of him on the Bird app. He can be very, very dangerous. On there.
Sneaky, sneaky. He's getting dangerously good at those edits
Oh,
too.
the edits, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
he is.
He's getting.
I
too
want to
good at
actually
them.
shout that out. He did a Christian Cage one today.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
The Kendrick check. That was tremendous. Everyone go. Is it still? What's he's at these days?
Hey, Tope.
Hey, Tope on the Twitter.
Fucking,
Go.
bro, he
show some love.
fucking tries to quote dunk me every other day, man. It's
Well,
getting really tiresome.
Make it too easy.
Have you
man.
considered you may deserve it, man? Have you considered that at any point?
Look, man, I'm just trying to work, and then I just see quote tweet. hey, Tope, and I'm like, what do you have to say now, man?
I'm just trying to work.
Folks, we are less than 15 minutes
I know, bro.
from the major announcement.
I know.
And
But
with
first,
that-
But Joey, I don't know if we can make it to midnight, honestly.
I don't think we're going to, but I'm going to try and kill some time.
We should probably play the second clip,
Are
right?
you guys sure?
That's what we're going to do.
You sure?
That's it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play the second greatest hits, and we're going to try our best to make it to top. I can't wait to see what Bobby's got for us. He never let us down before. All right.
Well,
True. Sometimes when he talks about, well, never mind. All right, here we go.
clip.
Some
About his
more-
promises.
Some more moments from back in the old days when we were funny, folks. Here we go.
You have no shot, pal. You're done.
Wow. It's a lot of tough talk from you, of all people. Because listen, if we get to the top of that stadium, if I'm going off, you're coming with me. And here's the thing. I'm going to not have you hit the blob down there. I'll do you right on the concrete.
Oh,
yeah. And you know what? You chat.
He broke up. Look what happened. He broke up.
Fuck.
Ellen tomorrow night.
Shout out to
JD Drake with 16.1%.
What the hell just happened there?
Man, he's sounds on. He's been a pervert.
No, I'm saying it, man.
Jesus Christ. That was a jump scare, man. That was.
Seth freaking, what a fucking loser.
So, you know,
With what? Someone kicks out because yeah.
No.
How's it going, Bob?
It's going well. How's it going with you guys?
Hold me closer, tiny dancer, you little bitch. Where the fuck have you been?
I still don't fully understand that. I don't. Also, the real question is not what Oracle said. It is, Bobby, what the fuck was going on the top of your head at that point, bro?
Yeah, that was...
We should not let you go on the air.
No, there's a couple videos like that where it's aggressive. It's very bad.
Lego hair.
That was the Lego hair. That was literally the Lego hair right there. That was exactly what it was. But good times. Jay Shell, it's been a couple of years since you saw the clip. Do you still at times have kind of like flashbacks of horror to the phrase that Bobby uttered in the midst of that? Because I do personally.
One, I want to give a shout out to somebody in the chat who mentioned Diva's Deep Dive, because I specifically have instances of that show with Oracle. But one thing I was thinking about earlier when I was thinking about the show, I was like, I totally remember the day that I ended the stream. I vividly
oh my god.
Yes.
I vividly think about that because I was so terrified. I was like, oh my god, what did I just do? Like, I was literally shaking. Yeah, that definitely was like worst moment for me. But doing on the concrete too was insane.
Yeah, so for anyone unaware, Jay, you were leaving at like maybe an hour into the show. Like, we still had a while left in the show, and you were like, oh, I'm going, everyone. And at the time, because of like shows like Diva's Deep Dive, Jay Shell had control of the StreamYard, so she could do stuff with Oracle, whatever it may be. And she, instead of leaving the stream, ended it entirely. The show just finished for us, and we had to set up like it's like if you go on latenightgrin.com, there's one show that's split into two.
Didn't we label it a pre-show or something?
Something to that effect, yeah. But that was good times. Let's talk about this a little bit. So Andrew mentioned this with 45 bits. Also, I want to note our friend Meech resubscribed, has been with us for 17 months. We love you, Meech. We hope you're well. Conflicting, approaches to the Meech news there, but okay. About a day ago, I got a comment on Diva's Deep Dive that said, "Finally, I've been looking for a show like this. I love you too." And my fist leaped upward in the air. That really that was a great show you guys were doing for a while. You did 2 episodes, maybe 2, 3, 2 or 3,
something like that. Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I remember you covered the tables match with Lakehall, I want to say.
Yeah, we did watch that. 2022 was I did so many shows. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was excessive. We're still recovering, but we're firing back here nonetheless, folks. It's almost time. We're under 10 minutes away from this major announcement.
Let's just fucking do it, dude.
Do you think?
Are you sure?
Let's just do it.
You sure?
Let's at least can we at least get to 55, please? At least.
Like, really think about this. Are you sure?
You promoted 12. You got to do 12, Joe.
Joe, hit the exploding barbed wire timer.
No.
You got to think about the viewers coming in at 12.
Listen. I think Shoot's right.
Yeah,
55.
Let's do it.
Yeah, 55.
Yeah, I think Shoot's right.
It's 55. Like Christmas. You don't want to open the night before.
I
right?
know.
Like, you open
700 people here, man.
Yeah.
What if they all leave right before the announcement?
We're going to do it 55.
Lots of folks leave before the main event now.
That's what I'm saying.
No, we can't do it. Keep going.
It's like Hogan in the mid '80s.
What's what Tope saying?
This is like Saturday night's main event.
You got to be thinking about the 500 that are coming in for midnight because they know the announcements at midnight.
Well, what if they leave like the Mercedes Moné 4 hours?
I've got to be honest, and I'm going to say it quietly so it doesn't hit. I'm a little scared Bob's going to let us down with this. I don't want him to let us down. Because what if it's bad? What if it's him just talking politics for 3 minutes? Then what the fuck do we do? Just end the stream?
We've done enough.
That's exactly right, Show. Oh no, exactly. In the meantime, our friend Melissa has resubscribed. She's been with us for 22 whole months on the Twitch. We appreciate you very, very much. All right, we're about to play this video. I'm hoping for the best. Anything could happen. Bobby, we trust you. Hopefully this pays off. Any final words? I want to go around the team here and any final words before we do throw to this announcement. We're fucked.
We're back.
We are so screwed.
We're fucked. We're back again. Conflicting. Yeah, you've been very nervous about this today, Jack.
I had a kid for this.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I remember that was exactly what you said. Yeah.
Fuck.
All right. All right, Manny, do you have any final words? Because this could be the last thing we do on the late night grid.
Bro, we aren't even going to play until by midnight at this rate.
I keep looking at myself in the camera, man. I feel like I look like Marlon Brando in Apocalypse.
You do, yeah.
Incredible response to the question I asked. All right. Here we go. I don't know what this is. Let's see what happens.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Montel WP here, CEO, president, owner of Wrestle Purist. Got an important announcement. I thought it was important to do this announcement as well to the Late Night Grin universe, face to face, person to person, because it's what they deserve. You get me? So, don't want to waste any more people's time. Don't need to go into the details of it. But basically, over the past few weeks, we've been negotiating with Late Night Grin representatives. We've had to get board members involved because this is a big deal. But we've been trying to hammer out and negotiate with Late Night Grin. And we finally came to a conclusion. And it is with great pleasure that I can officially announce that Wrestle Purists have acquired and completed the signing of industry veteran Robert O'Neill, and he will be leaving Late Night Grin with immediate effect, pending him passing the medical, which he will be having later this week at Wrestle Purists HQ. Thank you for your time, and enjoy your evening.
Good riddance.
What the fuck?
See you, Bob.
That's it? You're leaving?
Get him out of here.
Just like that.
Can you just do a tweet or something? That's what I usually do. What the fuck?
We had to interrupt the show for that shit?
It was. I see Monty like every day in one of these stream yards, dude. What the fuck?
What was Monty wearing?
Major announcement, man.
I think he was going to box 12 rounds or something. I don't know. What the fuck was that, Bob?
That's cute. You think Bob's knees are past that physical, brother?
Well, I was.
Good boy.
That I will say, Bob, was you aware about this medical before he said it? Because that does sound like
Oh
a
yeah,
potential.
that's alarming. We're gonna have to talk about that one.
Those knees. He'll be right back there with us in a week. Those knees ain't gonna pass their medical.
So this is your last. This is it. Your last show. You're leaving. Did they pay that well? Seriously, you're going to do both Wrestle Purists and Late Night Grin? What kind of fucking asshole would do that? Well,
you know.
I'll find out.
Can't argue with that, really.
I'll find out what you get paid. I have a thing to the books. I'll find out.
I think they've changed the keys on that one, mate.
Yeah.
All right, we're in luck. I didn't want to. Okay, I was worried Bob would fuck this up, so I prepared a little something, just a small thing, in case, right? Like I knew Bob. There's a chance Bob would mess this up, so I didn't want to put all my eggs in that basket. Bob, we'll talk about this afterwards, or maybe not. I guess you're leaving, so. You know what we'll do? We will play the actual good announcement that I worked up just in case. We'll do that at midnight instead, right? Rather than this fucking Monty dressed like Muhammad Ali shit. Like, what was that about?
Yeah, what was he wearing?
Yeah, it was strange.
I did like the delivery though. That kind of like Rampage pre-tape vibe he had going.
Yeah.
That would have fit on Rampage, like all those
He's a
profile
good
pieces
promo.
they did. He's a nice fella. I don't know if he needs to be the special guest on the late. I don't know.
You may not get the DMs I get. I don't know about that.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know if he needed to be
I'm watching SmackDown.
Oh my god!
I just that was a little much, I must say.
Somebody
Cashier.
called him Drake's ghostwriter. I'm dead.
Oh yeah.
My God. So what show, Bob? Do you know what show you're doing for Purish yet, or?
No, it's depending on the medical still. So probably next week. We'll figure that out. And
You getting drug tested in that medical, son?
It's Fed Dead Redemption.
Oh shit! Really? Do you still have that license too?
Mm-hmm.
I actually worked that part of the deal out. I got some good money on that.
He said Bob is all purist.
God, imagine what that graphic looks like, dude.
That's not the first time we've heard that.
Bob, you can join my show with just asking questions.
Oh yeah,
We'll
he'll be a great
well.
fit on there.
Go well. Don't get the fucking platform canceled.
I'm a little bit worried right now, dude. Like, do you think this affects my spot over there? Like,
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like for like replacement, right?
I think Monty just told you you're fired.
I feel like that's what happened. Yeah. Then again, the medical though, Jack. The medical.
Yeah.
Could be my saving grace, I think. All right. Thank God I prepared this secondary announcement because otherwise we'd be fucked right now. All right, folks. It's almost that time. It's almost midnight Eastern. We promised a major announcement. We failed to deliver, so I will now try to save the day. I'm the only person on this screen that has any fucking clue what's about to happen here. And that is hilarious in so many ways, considering how few secrets survive in Late Night Grin.
Yeah.
Late Night Grin. But it's time. All I'm going to say is screenshots at the ready. Let's fill people's fucking timelines up with what's about to happen.
I'm so nervous.
This is big business. LNG 100, major announcement. Soak it in. Here we go.
What's up? This is Dax Harwood from FTR, 7-star FTR, 10-time World Tag Team Champions, the greatest tag team of all time. I hate to throw shade, but Midnight Express, I'm sorry, I love you so much. Maybe the only comparable one. The other boy's not even close. Rock and Roll Express, I love you, Ricky, but yeah, look, we're above you guys. The greatest tag team of all time. And if you thought I was going to shoot this promo in a professional setting, not gonna happen. Sitting in my recliner with a little tequila, big surprise. Just spilt it everywhere. And I'm here to tell you that the Late Night Grin is coming back next Friday night, and every week is going to be back. I'm going to be listening, and I hope you are too. Top Guys, out.
The mana.
You heard the man, Dax the Axe himself, told you. We're back, folks. Every single Friday night, this very time slot, we are back in your lives. Dax Harwood's listening, and he thinks you should too. I've been sitting on that shit for a month, sweating bullets.
Yeah. Oh my
I want to
God.
thank Tope Suicida, who's the only other person in this particular circle who knew about it, because I asked him to edit it together for me. I wanted the FTR pop, I wanted the music, but yeah, there it is, folks. We're back.
Oh my
God!
Someone has to clip that immediately.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Holy shit!
I was pretty happy with that.
You holy shit!
I told you I had something up my sleeve, bro.
I'm so glad you didn't tell me before when I was fucking you.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
The tequila splashing out of the fucking cup.
It could not have been better. He buried multiple other tag teams, said they're the greatest tag team of all time. Went full Late Night Grin in declaring that he would not do a professional promo, and then made the announcement. Dax the Axe, we thank you for your time, for your effort here in the Late Night Grin.
Oh my God!
But we're back, boys. We're back. Now, some of you knew that, some of you did not.
Woo!
Confirm shoot. You knew we were coming back. You did not know who would be telling you we were back, but you knew we were back. And we talked about this, what was it, like a month ago now? We thought about it a lot, and we think it's the right time. We think this is we've had like almost a year in our part-time era, and we're gonna get back on the weekly show. Matty, you look very fired up right now.
I'm very flustered right now. So yeah, I think what we've basically decided is that you can see the screen right now. We've got a large roster. So we'll be here every week. It may not be the same people every week. For example, a couple weeks, there's going to be a big WrestleMania preview show. I'm sure I won't be there. Common sense, so it'll be, I think it's pretty good bet that Joe will be there almost every week. I'll probably be there most of the time, but I'm not going to, if it's going to be a WWE heavy show, I'm not going to waste everybody's time by just sitting here having nothing to talk about. There's going to be weeks where Bobby's, got a softball game, or, Manny's got a conspiracy meeting. There's people can't be here every week. And that's part of why we ended the show before. And now we've kind of learned that we can rotate. Jack Crosby will show up when he gets mad at us for not inviting him, even though we tell him he's invited to every show.
True.
It'll be fun. I think the other thing we can go ahead and talk about is the plan going forward. And this is loose, but the plan is we're going to go weekly, and we're gonna instead of that 3-hour target, it's going to be a 2-hour target. Now, if we're rocking and rolling, that doesn't mean we're just going to end the show immediately. Yeah. But we'll be back in our 11:05 time slot every week, 2 hours ballpark. Sometimes you'll get longer. Probably won't get shorter because that's not how we do things here. But yeah, shout out to Dax. My God, Shout out to everyone who had anything to do with making that happen, which I may have just been Joe, and Tope for
It was
editing
not,
it.
but I don't want to blow up anyone's spots.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say.
Fucking hell, man. I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah.
Can someone make Dax like one of those same animated characters that we all have? So
like he's a member of the roster. Yeah. Maybe we'll see about that. But yeah, as you mentioned, like it's definitely gonna be saying most of our shows that we've been doing as of late. So like for example, a couple of months ago, you guys might have seen that we did like a WrestleMania predictions thing, right? It was myself, Oracle, Bob, and I think Jack, you was on that show, right? I'm pretty sure you were there, Jack. And
yeah.
Moving forward, that will be an episode of the Late Night Grin. Basically, the only show that we do that will stay as its own is going to be the Grin Grappler show, because I think that makes sense. We have that as a Tuesday, I think, at the end of every month. But otherwise, Friday, 11:05 Eastern, that's where you need to be circling, a couple hours every week, rotating cast, good times ahead. Oracle, you were one of the folks who knew about this. Again, you did not know who would be delivering the message, but you knew about what's happening. Yeah, exciting times, bro, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've already texted Joe my schedule. Because I like to plan, because I'm an idiot. I'll probably be around through maybe the week after Mania, and then I'll probably take a couple weeks off, and eventually I'll be around every week, because that's just how I do.
That's what you do. You're the Oracle of Wrestling. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Jack Crosby, founding father, you were left in the dark on all of this, which when you text me down, I was like, Jack, I'm just going to let you just completely find out on the air. It's the best thing for the show. So
I thought before that, I thought I could, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
I thought I could needle you and you'd tell me and be like, because you won't see me for another fucking 2 months or whatever. So, I am so glad you didn't say anything.
Good times, brother, and
that
hopefully
was so good.
Obviously, as Matt mentioned, always an open seat for yourself. And Jay Shell, while you are thankfully out of the game, we talked a little, right? And you may be in a similar place to Jack Crosby, that sounded insulting, but in regards to the Late Night Grin, you may be stopping through on occasion too, right?
Yeah, it's definitely in the plans. I'll definitely be around a little bit more than before, so you'll definitely see me again soon.
Hell yeah!
Hopefully, in the coming months, we'll be able to put together. It'll be on Jay Shell's schedule because she's the one who actually do the work. But hopefully, a Grin game night is not too. We can it'll be coming up, I think, here in the coming months. Hopefully, so yeah, that is something to look forward to.
In the chat.
Oh no!
Declared my announcement was fair. Okay,
we fucking did a story so folks, just to go inside baseball. Joe did a tweet earlier talking about how we were booking the territory in the group chat. That Bob bit came together at 6:30 this afternoon. I was in the car. Adrian was driving, obviously, but still, I was like, that thing was entirely. I mean, Jack, you were there. The whole thing was just spontaneous. What did we do?
We came up with that on the fly.
Yep.
Bob didn't even know that.
I did not. No, that's right.
It just so happened.
Jude was in the car. I was at my mom's picking up Penelope.
The funniest part was I was just talking to Montgomery because he didn't get a video message in, and he was like, I'm probably just going to leave it. Because he did one and it didn't save. So I was texting him, and you guys had this idea, and it was like these things clicked at once. I was like, this is what we should do. And then it came together from there. I was very concerned that Bob would I would say, Bob, you're the one making that, and Bob would go, we're back every Friday. We're like Grin. He's back. Very concerned. Especially
Joey, are we going to be allowed to tweet that clip out?
I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see. I think we're probably best to leave it to the screenshots and then we'll link it. Obviously, the beauty of doing this on YouTube is I don't even have to upload this. It's just there for you guys. As soon as this ends, you can go back. And if you're watching on Twitch now, you can go to YouTube and literally rewind the video to it. I think you can do that on YouTube. I'm pretty sure. So, you can do what you want with it. We're probably not going to tweet on the official just because I don't want Bubba Ray Dudley quote tweeting us. Hold on, I don't need that in my life. I really do not need that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be out there, and do with it what you will, folks. That's
Shout out
my
to Dax,
suggestion.
man. God
Yeah,
bless.
that was awesome.
It was cool, Bobby. We're back, man. What do you reckon? Excited?
Yeah, I'm fired up. It's kind of been hard to keep it a secret. I think almost got spoiled at the end of Grin Grappler a little bit. We got kind of close to it, but
You did.
it's exciting. It's the right time, and it's going to be great for us, I think.
I think so too, man. I'm very excited, and this also, of course, affects the LNG Dojo graduates. Chris and Dukes both here tonight. Toby, I think, will be stopping by later, perhaps, but nonetheless, you guys could be back in the ball game here too. Chris, what do you reckon? Maybe making some towns on Fridays moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely got some free time opening up. Great time slot. I think this is a perfect time for it. I think LNG really started hitting its stride with late 2021, and I think we're in a very similar era in that regard. So I think it's the right time.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have 2 good promotions in the States now, which is new. So we've got rock stuff to talk about on the other channel. So that's gonna be fun. I think we'll help us kind of sharing the ball a little bit in that regard. Dukes.
Yes.
We're back, brother. Fired up?
We are back. I'm so fired up. This is how you know the graps are real again, is when we're doing shows. That's how you know things are good.
Yeah, and if they get bad,
if we give a fuck enough to talk about it, is good.
Yes. I do want to note now, you are allowed to blame us if the shows get bad, because it probably is.
Yeah, for sure.
I told
Definitely
I told Joe the other day that when U.S. wrestling basically gets bad by next spring, spring 2025, it'll be awesome that we got to come back for a little while.
Do another year, yeah. Give it the old college try, brother. That's all we can do. Manny, your hand is raised.
That for me, Joe, because I used to raise my hand. I feel like Manny took that from me.
He steals a lot of things from a lot of people. You should see the stuff he stole from Joe Rogan. Anyway, Manny, your hand was up.
So does that mean our watch along show with Chris and Bob is over too?
It does not mean that. But I do appreciate you taking a very positive announcement and immediately turning it to I've been fucked here on the late night Grin. I appreciate that. I think that was very on brand, and I respect it, Manny. So no, we'll still do a monthly Grin along. We'll probably not do one this month. We might. I just don't think so necessarily, because it's going to be all the focus is going to be that we're doing the Fridays again. But next month it'll be back. You will still be on it, Manny. You, much like Jack Crosby, felt the need to publicly. Actually, Jack had the courtesy of doing it privately, asking why he wasn't invited. You just publicly, on your birthday, got mad that you wasn't invited to a show you're always invited to. So, very on brand. But anyway, man, are you excited about the show being back?
Yeah, I'm excited.
That sounded like when Manny asked me if I liked Dragon versus Roosh, and
that was a classic right there, wasn't it? He was so fired up to get the big Oracle review, and you were just like, yeah, it's all right. It's a good little match, isn't it? Manny was heartbroken.
I was heartbroken in that. But I'm still on a high with Dax, man. It's good seeing him. Just cheering us on.
Good seeing him.
Good seeing him.
Good seeing you,
old friend of Manny the Hooper, Dax the X Hollywood there, and on the late night Grin. But yes, indeed. There we go, folks. We're back. I think that's been noted at this point.
Oh,
thanks to everyone.
I'll go ahead and say this.
Yep.
We will be doing immediate live review shows of Mania Night 1 and 2 like we've done every year. But that's the only special thing that we've got planned Mania week, I think.
Yeah.
Because if Cody loses, I'll be there.
This Friday, next Friday will be pretty much a clean slate for the first show back. The 29th will be the WrestleMania preview, and then the 5th, I believe it will be the Supercard review. So that's like the flagship. At some point in April, there's going to be an all-time draft too, so that Jack can pick Magnum with his first pick and celebrate uproariously about it. So that'll be sometime in April. So that's something to look forward to. All right. I think it's best we play a couple video messages and reset. Everyone exhale a little bit. Hear our pals talk some graps. In this particular case, I would like to know there is a very special piece to this particular compilation. There's some friends of the show. There's some familiar face. What happened? There's some familiar face. That's just aggressive. This next compilation includes an attempt to cut a sort of Dwayne Johnson-esque promo on your favorite grinners. Now, there's a full director's cut of this I think you can expect to be out there at some point. Maybe not. I don't know. Here is what we've got for now, alongside a couple of other parts of the show. Here we go, folks.
What's up, guys? Congratulations on 100 episodes of Late Night Grin.
Can you feel it? Late Night Grin 100. They said it couldn't be done. The rival firm of Wrestling Media has won again. Wrestling Media is exciting again. Wrestling Media is cool again. Can you feel it?
Hey everyone, this is Number One Gunko. Just saying congratulations on making it to 100 episodes.
We got Robert O'Neill, also known as Bobby, a name I don't think he consented to, but I'm pretty sure he just went with it. You're gonna do me on the concrete, Bobby? Huh? Yeah? You're gonna do me on the concrete? Well, you better pack your chicken snacks in your Chicago Bears lunchbox and bring it for all 3 meals if you think that you're gonna come do me on the concrete.
Keep doing your thing. I love everyone over there. I think you guys are hilarious. I think you provide great insight in the world of pro wrestling. Love the channel. Love you guys as human beings. Everyone involved with the channel, I think, are good people, are funny, provide good insight. Love everything you guys are doing. So appreciate that you guys have had me on a few times, and I'd love to join you guys again in the future. Congratulations, 100 episodes of LNG. Keep doing it. Looking forward to the next 100.
And then we got the Oracle of Wrestling. Pop. Yeah. Pop. Pop that lasagna in the oven, pop an 80s VHS of Lucha in your VCR, and stay a while.
As Joe will have no doubt told you, when you make it to 100 in Britain, you would normally receive a communication from the royal family. But due to the unfortunate and unforeseen events of the last couple of weeks, they're not able to be with us tonight.
Wrestle Pierce Terry Funk, who's raising a bunch of misfits that the other company didn't want, up to the top. They said he couldn't do it at 53 years old. They said, Joe, it's time to stay home, retire, watch your 2-star WCW matches. But he said, no, Monty, no. I'm going to get you on pay-per-view, and I'm going to take you straight to the top. And that's exactly what he did at 53 years old.
So I just wanted to say thanks for all the grins, pops, and impeccable vibes. And always remember, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Peace.
Thank you for 100 episodes. Everyone raise their glass of Terramana for 100 more. Mahalo.
Number one Gunkel with the royal family lore. All I wanted to do was watch Jack Crosby's face when that line was delivered. Did that trigger you a little, Jack? I know you're following this. You look pretty calm about it, thankfully. But there we go, folks. Friends of the show. Steven Jensen with an incredible. The position that Steven put himself in there was really extraordinary. It looked like he was shooting like a cameo, like a fan, you know. We love you, Jensen. One of the nicest people in the space.
Loved, yeah.
Really, really nice guy. So we appreciate all of that. Including I'm not that old, right? I mean, the 2-star WCW matches, Oracle, we're gonna have to wear that one, but 53 is a little excessive, I think. You know, I'll take 40, I get, but 53 is a little much. But nonetheless, Jay Shell, you just mentioned to me via text that you was recalling the AEW draft that we did at one junction, in which it was teams. It was Jack and Matt.
Yes.
I was teamed up with Bobby, right? And Jay Shell and Oracle formed this sort of dynamic duo that took a direction that I don't think we necessarily saw coming. Jay Shell, feel free to recall that particular LNG memory.
No, when we were speaking about the draft, I just started thinking about it. And Oracle, I don't know how much you consented to this, but I remember telling Oracle that we were going to pick all Black wrestlers, and Oracle was just like, sure. And I don't remember, but I know we ended up picking the Renegade Twins. I remember that's where we ended, somewhere at the bottom.
We did get the Renegade Twins, yes.
And the highlight of that, of course, was when we tweeted out the graphic. Remember we had the graphic of all the picks? Folks that had no idea what the Late Night Grin was were just outraged at this. Like,
Yeah.
What's the deal with that Oracle guy?
We've been wondering the same thing for 100 episodes now.
It did. There was a comment here. It just went past the banner. There's a second one there, but one of the comments was the podcast embodiment of "It's over, we're so back," which has never been more apt than it is, I think, tonight. So yeah, good times for sure. Speaking of good times, Jack, we do need to talk a little Dwayne, I think, while we're partying, while we're having fun, while we're enjoying ourselves. Genuinely an all-time great segment tonight, I think.
Yeah. I watched. I
we
watched.
were popping huge.
Well,
Go
first,
for it.
I got home.
Mhm.
Bringing the Hollywood theme back. That is the greatest wrestling entrance theme in history.
Yep.
And it's not close. Like, there is not a close number two. Like, it's the Hollywood entrance theme from 2003, and then figure it out.
Did you not hear that CEO song from Wednesday?
Tell him.
Not too much. Not too much.
I'll debate you on this one, Jack.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
What do you got,
my
Manny?
god, a Manny Jack debate. Holy shit. One
Everyone
world's
lock
collide.
in. Everyone lock in.
I don't know, man. That Bret Hart one's awesome.
No,
I don't know.
the Hollywood Rock theme is the greatest of all time.
It's your opinion. I'm not
It's
going to.
great. That was okay. Hold up. This pulls the show. Manny, you lost all your confidence there. What happened? You started to hide from the screen. You said,
No.
Bret Hart one. That's all you could do. Come on, bro. What's the deal?
Because even he knows.
After I said I was going to debate it, I realized I can't debate somebody's opinion. So I just said I'm just going to.
I mean, people do it every day.
Wait. That feels like a big progression for Manuel the Hoop. That's like a big moment, I think. Dukes, have you ever heard Manny say such a thing before? I'm
No.
not going to debate someone's opinion.
No, he usually
Personal growth.
He usually
Yeah.
debates without hearing the other person's opinion first.
Yeah. And then convinces himself that he was originally wrong.
Yeah.
Changes his position without ever admitting he changed it, right? As
Right.
usually
Yeah.
We're going to get more. I would like to
Oh,
know,
yeah.
folks, if anyone's considering going to bed, there's an upcoming video message that's going to give you a real breakdown of the Manny the Hooper that we've come to know and love. And you guys that watch these shows think he's crazy. Our pals that are on the LNG Discord know there is a whole of a monster to the Hooper.
Hey,
So
what?
you'll,
It's insane.
oh yes, you'll hear about it, Manny. You're
You
going to
don't
find
know
out
yet,
live on the
Manny.
air.
You
It
don't
should be.
No way,
There are
people been
people in the chat,
recording.
It's not even the Rock's best thing. Are you insane?
Get him, Jack.
Tell him.
That is the greatest entrance theme in the history of
Get him.
wrestling.
You're right.
Bobby,
Of
he was
anyone,
incredible
not just the Rock, of anyone.
Am I gonna have to bust out the Apple Notes or something?
The Apple Note?
It's over for you, Manny. You need to start negotiating a new deal, bro. Get Raj Giri on the phone. You're fucked. It's over.
Fuck.
End of heartache is pretty good. True. Bobby, we crossed 800 viewers, so you can trigger the clause in your contract now.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Crazy.
that Adam Cole ROH theme song is pretty good too.
Yeah, it's a shame that
that's
all of these themes are
Oh,
not used.
I got something
right?
for you. Is such a great song.
It should be their theme, dude. The Undisputed Kingdom one sucks.
Yeah, no, that and I would think like Tony owns that now. Like, why not just bring that
Yeah.
back for Adam?
The end of heartache thing is even more frustrating. Like Roddy now comes out to the Undisputed Kingdom theme. That's such a shame. But
Osprey's theme rules. I'm not putting it in
Yeah.
the all-time category, but that's a good.
Very
theme.
good.
Yeah,
it's a cool when the crowd does this the singing of the name. That's a cool deal.
Yeah,
Very,
that
very
was pretty
cool.
awesome in Greensboro. Final countdown. That's a good shout.
no,
man.
that doesn't.
That's
count,
a cheat
though.
code. Yeah, that's a cheat.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
Like,
that does
as like a theme that was manufactured by a company
for the
wrestling.
wrestler. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the
FTR
Rock,
theme.
Hollywood, like the whole. Nothing has ever fit a character more than the way that theme sounds.
The
It's
Heartbreak
just-
Kid.
And he's getting more confident. Go on, Manny.
I popped at a
Stone Cold.
somebody played a clip of when Sting used to come out to Seek and Destroy in WCW, and it was a night after Havoc '99, and he comes out with no face paint. He's coming out.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that Oracle.
'99 Seek and Destroy.
Dude, that Havoc 99 deal is so unfortunate. It's so. Why did they do that? What was the original plan with Hogan? For anyone who doesn't know, Hogan and Sting get in the ring, and Sting, who lies down? Remind me, Oracle. It's very late.
Hogan lies down, right?
Hogan lies
and then
down. Yeah.
Sting, and then Goldberg squashes Sting at the end
Yeah.
of the night, and they have a whole thing where they vacate the title and Brett wins at Mayhem.
Yeah.
But
Which the plan was, Hogan was going to come That's Bash. I don't know what the plan was. Did they have a plan?
Was it a nice
No.
Was it a nice? Well, first of all, nobody knew what the plan was because it's WCW.
Yeah, interesting promotion, especially at that point. It really. Good Lord, Bobby, you right there, mate?
I'm good.
Yeah, it's big. Big
Another
gulp
thing
there,
about
Chief.
that clip,
Go on.
Yeah.
Another thing about that clip that took me that took me a segment was when he said when Tony said on commentary, he was like he's looking for JJ Dillon. I'm like, holy shit, JJ Dillon was still a TV.
JJ had a really nice run as the authority figure, dude. He had it was a longer run than you remember, right? Because what's weird is in the WWF he was exclusively office. He was never on screen in WWF, right?
No.
He left. How long was he in WWF? Like 6 years?
Oh, he was there for like 8 years.
For a while.
Yeah.
I think he jumped in '89, right? And he came to WCW right at the beginning of '97.
Yeah, head of talent relations. He appears at when they do the Wrestling Summit show, I want to say, or it might be one of the ones with SW, I can't remember, but one of those shows, JJ is like there as an official, next to like the timekeeper or whatever. So, but yeah, he got a run. Other famous WCW authority figure we don't talk about, Nick Bockwinkel.
There you go,
They used to rib because apparently he would forget his lines, so they would give him more lines because that's what you do when you're a professional wrestling promotion. They did a similar thing with Buffer, right? Buffer would fuck stuff. I was like, let's give him more. Fuck it.
Should we have a conversation about Dwayne The Rock should be running the WWF and not Paul Levesque?
He is, bro. He is. Like, that's already happening.
No, I mean, like running the whole operation.
I mean,
$7 production.
I will say, go for it, Jack.
I am having serious, I've been having some thoughts lately.
Oh no.
Just asking questions.
No one gets this fucking industry like him.
He is a beast.
They really don't.
The way that he's like, I said this earlier, and
me
Matt
ask
had some. Go for it.
I don't want to cut. Let me.
No,
ask,
I cut you off. You're good.
How easy would it have been for Dwayne when all of that happened to say, I don't give a shit, fuck Cody Rhodes, this is what we're doing at WrestleMania?
Oh, I thought that's what he was gonna do. Yeah,
he pivoted the whole thing, and because he pivoted, he's showing everyone that he's literally one of one. There will never be another him.
His presence is different. Yeah,
like he pivoted. It's like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do now. Assuming Cody Rhodes wins that title on that Sunday night on WrestleMania, like Dwayne is making sure that is going to be one of the most memorable title changes in the history of that company.
Mm-hmm. It feels big time. The only issue they have, and it's a good problem to have, but the only issue they have is Dwayne is, when he's around, he's the center of it. He has to be. You can't. It isn't a reflection of Roman, Cody, Seth. No, it isn't a reflection. Seriously, it isn't a reflection of this guy. It's The Rock, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone for the summer, right? Filming Fast and Furious or something.
Yeah.
No, he's it's Smashing Machine. Right?
Smashing Machine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, come on, bro.
Yeah, Manny.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly didn't look up the film. I was just.
It's the A24 film he's doing. Yeah, which will be interesting in itself. I agree. I do agree. Go, Manny.
I try not to watch The Rock because I was like, he's just everything about him so entertaining. But the moment I saw the clips of him at the Las Vegas presser, and you just stand next to Roman Reigns, and you're just like, "Fuck, man, Roman Reigns don't got shit on this guy, man." The Rock it's awesome.
It's how many wrestlers are there in history that really can compare when it comes to physical presence to The Rock? Seriously, it's like one or two.
Like when they're walking down, when they were walking down the hallway, and I saw them like their backs walking, I was just like, bro, I thought I knew like what charisma was until you see this guy just walking down just the hallway, and you're just like, he's just bodying him, and he's not doing anything. Then they go outside, and then people are just ignoring that Roman's there. They're just yelling for Dwayne's name.
But again, this is where I think when they talk about these innings and shit like that, like Cody's going to win that title. But then I think Rock's ultimate goal is to make sure that you don't see Roman like that when all is said and done. they're going to have their thing. And when it's done, he's going to make sure Roman looks like $1 million.
But
Maybe.
As crazy as that is to say, without a title even, he's going to make sure Roman looks like a legend.
I just can't see the Roman having that kind of personality, man. I just think like The Rock is just so awesome. Like that clip that was going around the other day about him on the red carpet and he lost to that person in rock paper scissors. Bro, that was just so.
Yeah,
there's no way Roman could do something like that. Just like
he's unhinged. Yeah, he is. You're absolutely right. Okay.
I guess what I'm saying is like, part of me was wondering, and I understand he can't because he has so many other things going on. But it's like, can Rock take those ideas he has in his head, like for himself and the shit he's involved in, and put that to other people?
I don't know. Because so much of it with him is that secret sauce, right? It's that particular personality he has.
If he could, holy shit, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is like Michael Jordan trying to coach regular people and him getting flustered, you know.
You're right. Yeah, you are right. That, the reason players and athletes, whatever of that caliber, generally show coaches because people can't do what they can do. That's what makes them special, right?
Yeah.
But speaking
I
of
don't
being
have
very
anything to do
special,
with the dojo guys.
Absolutely. The late night grin. Some of you have come around very recently. Some of you have been with us since August 2021. We have those clips throughout the show. But we have one here that is more specific. Just a couple of clips, specifically from the really early days, before we had these overlays, before we had this ridiculous layout. I think even before Jay Shell was on the squad. This is the real dark ages of the late night grin. Here's a couple minutes of those times, folks. We hope you enjoy this. Is it a box-like structure?
Yeah, put it up.
It's a box.
Oh my god!
Somebody please clip this.
This is the best thing ever. Oh my goodness!
I don't know if it's gonna pop out facing you guys or not.
I swear to God, if this.
Live from various points across the world, it's the Late Night Grin with your host, Joel Holbert, the Oracle of Wrestling, Confirmed Shoot, and Bob O'Neill. Ladies and gentlemen, let's grin.
We didn't talk about the post-match after the... Who came out? Bob, who came out after the first match?
CM Punk.
No. You know the angle they did?
Oh,
remember they saved Kenny? Who was it? Did the Good Brothers come out?
No, there was no sight of the men I refer to as the Bad Brothers.
Well,
on
who
the
came
program
out?
tonight? It was Adam Cole and the Young Bucks.
Jesus fucking Christ! I had to go around the houses for that one. Holy balls, shoot! You see how hard that was? Fuck. Thanks, Bob.
That was good. That was worth it. I'm glad we had to work that in.
What? Oh my good God! When he said CM Punk and he broke my computer.
I'm going to go with Kenny Omega here. And no, yeah, I knew that wasn't going to be the reaction.
Incredible.
That draft was unhinged, dude.
That draft was like
that was a moment in time.
That was probably like our Steve Austin at Mania 13.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Was that you the whole time reading out the names, and this is the Late Night Grin?
Yeah. I don't even think I could do that again now. As hilariously, I would like how lost Bob was when you were trying to set up that Adam Cole bit. That's how lost I was watching it because I didn't have any memory of us doing that bit. I had no idea what that clip was.
I didn't remember it either. It was Oracle pop's huge. That's the fun of it to me is when we fucking lose our shit. Oracle, you were popping huge on that. That was probably one of your first shows, I think, right? So, the good old days, folks. Headset Oracle, right? It was a different time. But we've come a long way. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, actually. I think that's actually a complete lie. But nonetheless, Jay Show, I was intrigued. We'll conclude the mana talk in a minute, but I did have to ask you, what do you make of this Rock? Is this something you're just like, he's too old, fuck him, or are you into it?
I'm a little bit like, he's too old, fuck it, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you would be.
I don't know. The version of The Rock that I know is The Rock versus John Cena. So it don't
be fair.
It don't hit the same thing, honestly. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, I like the Cody and Seth team. I think it's interesting, but I'm definitely more intrigued with what's going on in the women's thing.
Manny, come on, man.
No, it's that Seth Rollins clip, bro. It's that from Monday Night Raw that I keep thinking about every time his name gets brought up.
Who?
Seth Rollins.
What clip?
I don't want to repeat it. I mean, like,
what's happened? What
did he say?
I don't know.
What the fuck is
Manny
Manny
about, Manny?
What?
Did you say it was on Raw? Surely if it was on Raw, you can repeat it, right?
when he said like what's under your kilt and all that, I was like,
well, of course,
I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, he's talking about Drew McIntyre?
Bob, what's he talking about?
So not Seth Rollins?
Hooper's got stage fright tonight. So I don't know what's going on. You all right, mate?
I think
Man, you on drugs?
I think it just wasn't Seth.
You know what it is? You know what it actually is? He knows there's this video coming up. He knows there's a video coming up. And he's just terrified. He's considering what he's going to do with his Twitter account, like how he's going to rebrand to get away from the damage it's going to do to his image. I mean, this is...
Manny Monty just find you.
Can we talk about that clip we played earlier where he stood up and it glitched for a minute? And then it showed.
It was a jump scare, yes. Circling back, Jay Shell, before Manny got very excited about Drew McIntyre's kilt. What's the highlight for you right now in the women's division? I'm intrigued.
Honestly, I think it's Liv. I really like what Liv is doing right now. And I think I'm interested in seeing who Bianca is going to fight at Mania, if it's something with Naomi or whatever. I think that's interesting too. But I think I like Becky and Rhea kind of, but Becky's always been a little boring for me.
Yeah, I get it. In terms of Bianca, it feels like it's either going to be something with Naomi, as you mentioned, against Damage Control, or maybe the Tiffany Stratton match. I could see that as well because they're really pushing Tiff. What do you make? I don't think you was even... Tiffany Stratton's like emerged since you stopped doing shows, right? I think.
I like her though. I don't. Yeah. If you ask me, I don't support her, but I like her.
Yeah, fair for branding purposes. Respect.
No, yeah. She's cute, like she's a diva, but I can't go beyond that. I need to see Jade though. I need Jade expeditiously yesterday.
Feels like it feels like they might do Bianca, Naomi, and Jade versus Damage Control to me. Someone in our chat mentioned that months ago. It feels like they may be going in that direction, which that would be pretty cool, right?
I hope Asuka just tweaked her ankle and didn't hurt it or anything.
Yeah.
Look bad.
Didn't look good.
Yeah, that I didn't see the post match initially.
If that's the plan.
The post match for a minute there was like I saw it afterwards when everyone was talking about it. It was a few different issues when it happened there, right? It was a shame.
Dakota looked okay though for her first match back.
I thought so.
She seemed, not too rusty. She was bumping and whatnot.
She's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
she's so valuable.
She carried that crew for like the first 9 months.
Yes, yes, and no one talked about it. Like Io was struggling with an injury, and you could tell she was struggling to adjust a little bit. Bailey had just come back from an injury, and Kota was bumping like wild for that first. It was like 6 months, I think, a little bit more, but yeah. No, definitely, I agree, and it was good to see her look good in the first match back because, as she said, how long was she out?
Oh man, like, she was
10 months.
Her last match. I was at the match she got hurt. It was in Knoxville. That was last May. So
it was May.
Wow.
10 months. Yeah.
SmackDown main event, first match back. Good shit, right? She did it. She pulled it off.
Like main eventing recently, or they just like copied AEW?
The TV, I don't think they main event regularly, do they? I don't know. Oracle
I
Bob.
don't really remember the last.
What in the Fed?
Yeah, on TV. Yeah.
No, not really.
Interesting.
Because like usually on Raw, I mean they main evented with the IC title gauntlet, but
yeah,
they usually main event with like a Rollins McIntyre
Right.
deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then on SmackDown it's usually Bloodline stuff or something to do with Randy Orton.
Right. I mean, this week, the main event of SmackDown this week, and I don't mean this with any disrespect to Bailey and Dakota, but like, you know, The Rock segment, it basically the case of The Rock is he needs to have 2 hours. If you give him just 10 minutes into the show, he'll go over. So
Yeah.
they have to, they learned their lesson last week, right, Bob? Like he got out there, he had like 15 minutes and he repeated himself so much that the cameraman was panicking and all
Yeah, he
sorts, right, Bobby?
basically ran out of time last week. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to open the show, I think, whenever he's around. But he's not on. Is this his last appearance to Mania? Or?
I think so. I think him and Roman might show up on Raw one of these weeks, maybe when they're in Chicago or Philadelphia, you know, leading up to Mania. But yeah, I don't think he's booked for any more SmackDowns.
Yeah, well, it will be interesting. Hopefully, Cody and Roman can kind of lock in on their build here over this next couple of weeks, because that will be important, I think, for their own match. But
What the hell kind of
time will
garage
tell.
does Manny have? Some sort of cabinet above his head, some sort of cabinetry.
I was trying to figure that out too.
He's building a podcast studio so he can ask those questions he was talking about, I think.
No, it's my freezer. I was trying to see if there's any ice cream in here.
I agree,
Are you
Joe.
sitting in front of your freezer?
My fridge, yeah.
Joe, that's a good point. Like all this Rock stuff is fun and games, but at some point we have to have Cody and Roman one-on-one, like in a segment, like the match, obviously, but in a segment, like we need to have just them.
I think next week they're supposed to do a face-to-face.
It's important, man. Like, look, obviously the tag match is a huge attraction, but you don't want the second match to just be like, you know, oh, and we're doing this too. You want it to be a huge. If he's going to drop the belt there after 1,000+ days, that shit needs to feel major.
And I'm also torn on one thing too. I see that like the popular opinion is that The Rock is sabotaging this the whole time, and he's gonna, you know, help Cody win the title. But I think what I would like more is I would like The Rock to stay heel for a little bit and make it seem like he's going to screw Cody out of the title at Mania. And just as he does, the glass shatters, and here comes Austin.
Brother. I think that's
here comes Austin. What? And the Rock gets this look on his face, like, "Oh shit!" Like the one person.
I think they're going to do that.
Where Steve comes down and says, "No,
dude." And I mean, my dream scenario is he comes in like Backlash 2000, like in like the bloodlines, like Joe Briscoe and Pat Patterson.
They feed him on the
ground. I honestly, like me as a fan, I prefer a scenario like if we're gonna do all this bullshit, which I'm okay with, where Rock is gonna be like, okay, he's about to screw Cody, and that glass shatters.
It's gotta be.
And Steve comes out, and Dwayne being like, oh shit, and then like Austin handing the title to Cody.
It's got to be an Over the Edge 98 or Backlash 2000 type deal. Like this is the booking of this has led to what that's got to be now.
Yeah, like I saw some people being like, well, you can't have I think after what you did last year, like I'm okay with that kind of like overbooked bullshit this year.
Last year was a classic and an all-time great Mania match, honestly.
It really was.
And that, like, I don't think they can match. I mean,
that's one of the things.
Honestly, they might be able to. They're both good enough to, but the way that the booking
doesn't feel like it.
No, one of the things I hate is that Cody Roman match last year, from an in-ring standpoint, was one of the best Mania main events ever. Absolutely. It really was.
It was great. Yeah,
it was.
It was great. I wish they'd have. You know, it is what it is, right? We're on that, but at least we got this Dwayne Hall shit out of what they did. So there's that. Definitely going to be interesting. I would much prefer that Rock is actually he's doing this final boss thing. Rather than him being a good guy that's pretending to be bad, I think it'd be way more compelling if he's actually the true monster of that group. Like he's Roman loses and he is a piece of shit, Roman. You know,
I really think it'd be more beneficial to Roman to have him be the one to conquer Rock.
Because you could do the idea of like Rock kicks Roman out, cuts him down, and then Roman realizes what a piece of shit he's been. He has to reconcile with Jay. You know, this is it. This is the perfect story. I think. It's
let's say for like hypothetically, let's say WWE did sign like Jacob. Then you have Roman lose the title to Cody. And maybe the next night on Raw, that's where you have like someone like Rock bring in Jacob.
That'd be sick.
Beat the shit out of Roman and be like, you're a fucking failure. Now here's this guy. And I told you guys privately, the way you can introduce Jacob, if you're Rock, like if you want to have Rock introduce Jacob Fatu, be like, here's a star, and just say that Roman had him blackballed from WWE for all these years because he knew Jacob could be this big star.
Big business, brother. Right, before we go to the next clip,
Introduce Tamatonga.
we have a lot of subscriptions. Hopefully I didn't miss any of these. Okay, I'm going to try my best to catch up. Cody, Samuel cheered 100 bits. We appreciate you. Andrew cheered 56. Thank you very much. A.H. Vay, I'm probably fucking your name up, but you subscribed for the first time. We appreciate you greatly. Please tell me how to say your name so I don't fuck up in the future. Andrew cheered bits and said, I know who didn't win. Deep Dive's draft is ridiculous. Wonder what could be the reason for their picks. This is a direct tweet, by the way. Crosby has more quality depth. I'm taking jokes since they got Omega. That was one of the many replies to the draft that we did. And Brainbuster resubscribed. 7 months he's been with us, and he says, we are so back. Things of that nature. Indeed. All right. I'm now going to throw it to a beloved member of our community, the great Brenton Roses.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Or Dukes, as you would say. Actually, no, we'll let him do it. We'll let him do it. Right? And he's here to do a lot of things. He's going to, tell some tales. He's going to recount some Grin, kind of triumphs. But most importantly, he's going to tell you all what you've been missing from Manny the Hooper when he's truly allowed to run wild.
Oh, yeah.
Brent, take it away, mate.
Hello, I'm Brent and Roses, third oldest and most baldest member of the Late Night Grin Discord community, aka the Grinner Circle, aka the Early Morning Grimace, and I just wanted to send this video message to the Grinners to say congratulations on 100 episodes of the Late Night Grin. Thank you for all of the wrestling conversational content, and thank you for creating such a vibrant and wonderful online community of which I have had the pleasure of being part of for the last couple of years. Thank you for introducing me to some of the people I love to speak with after every AEW Dynamite, after every AEW pay-per-view, an AEW Collision, and even some Rampages, and absolutely nothing else. People like, this is not exhaustive, Duder, All-Pro Joe, Reese Hayes, Meech, Anrakan, and Nose Ring Mike. People like Dion, American Dragon, Franco, and Fredro, and a special fuck you, you piece of shit, for Darren. But mostly thank you for introducing all of us and bringing into our lives Manny the Hooper. It's such a pleasure being able to speak with Manny semi-regularly. We haven't seen you as much around, Manny, recently. We miss you, at least I do. But what I wanted to do was use this time to spread to the listeners of the Late Night Grin some tidbits that Manny has given us just in the Discord to show you what you're missing out on. So if you allow me to read from the Book of Manuel, some excerpts, if you will. Manny gives us so many general tidbits of wisdom, like, if another ice age hits, I'll be fine. I've got North Face jackets and shit. Or, have you ever noticed people get weird when you bring up the Reagan election? That one's for Bob. An orphanage is like a pet shelter, but for humans. You know Napoleon Dynamite sold the Louisiana Strait? And just imagine the type of vibes Galileo was on when the apple fell on his head. But Manny also loves to discuss wrestling, to discuss things like head over takedowns, or quake at the rake, or salt of the grass, or sniff the nuts goodnight. And he also talks about the arts, films like Incredibly Bastards by Quintino Tarantino, or the works of Midnight Shyamalan, and literature like Kill a Bird, or The Book with the Three Mice, where they kill the dumb guy at the end, and Fahrenheimer, the one where they burn all the books. So, on behalf of me, Brent and Roses, and on behalf of the Early Morning Grimace's legally distinct mascot, Grimmy, that's Grimmie, congratulations, Grinners, on 100 episodes. And if I can lead you with one more quote from Manny the Hooper, hindsight is 50-50. But here's to another 100. All hail.
Fucking incredible. Those are, I swear to you all, those are 100% real quotes.
Hindsight is 50-50.
I have.
Took a second
I need
too.
to just show the proof. I have every single thing that he read on there on the notes in my phone. These are all real quotes. There's more, obviously.
There's a log. There's a running.
There's Photoshop work in there, other stuff. But
I can't
You're
believe
the
I said the
fucking
orphanage
best,
one.
Manny.
I can't believe the
love you,
ghost.
dude.
I can't believe the ghost story night didn't come up. That
That's
was
true.
incredible.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Save it for
Opposite.
200, brother.
That's true.
Who keeps things up your sleeve, Manny? What do you have to say? I mean, how do you even respond to me like that?
I'm surprised I said the orphanage one. Like I said, I don't remember saying that one. I probably did say it one of those
I
late
love
nights.
the idea of you watching that and nodding your head to all of them, and that one being like, "Well, hold on." When did that?
I'm sure it happened. I mean, they haven't written it down, so I'm pretty sure I did say that in one of my late night tirades. I don't know why. I don't know why I brought up comparing kids to orphanage animals or something. I don't know what I did at night, but
I do want to say that seriously. I'm very, very thankful, Brent, for that. It was hilarious, and last night I got to discuss it with him for a moment on Discord. But seriously, I don't want to let Dukes and Chris also, like you guys talk to it. Manny, I think, said enough at this point, but the Discord has become a real thing, and you guys has taken a life of its own, right? Like there's I stop in there sometimes. And it's like there's NBA games and so on. It's a really, really fun time. It's very cool what you've kind of built there, because that ain't us. Like that's certainly not us. So yeah, Duke, tell the people a little bit about that, because that is a big part of what this has become, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of started as everyone just a place where everyone can talk shit in the text channels, and then I think the first show we ever spoke in the voice chat to each other was the Briscoes FTR 2 out of 3
If
falls
before
match.
this on 2022, yeah.
Yeah. And it was like me and 2 other people, and it was like very painfully awkward and silent, except for us popping at Dax Harwood. And
some things never change.
Real, yeah. And like 2 years later, there's like a real tight knit community, I think. And I like to think I can call all those guys friends for real. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool, and
Jack, did you know the Discord existed?
No.
Brainbuster, to answer
Fuck
your
is a Discord.
Yeah, fair, bro. It's a fair question, honestly. I mean, it is very, very cool. I know some of you guys have like met up, and I remember Brent saying when he met Manny,
what's a Discord?
It's
like a Slack.
Yeah.
Hilariously, I rage quit it before you guys all became friends, and now I can't remember how to get back in, so I'm just giving up.
Yeah. I can invite you.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Star of LNG 100, Brent and Roses. He met you, Manny, right? He met you in person. How did that go?
It was awesome. He scared me at I forgot. It was during the. I forgot where we were at. We were watching Ring of Honor, right? That's where we met him. I don't know.
Yeah. Final battle, I think it was.
Final battle, yeah. That's where Rush almost had that.
The riot.
Yeah, the riot. I don't know what match he scared me, but I was just locked in on the match I was watching. Now I know where Brent just came out of nowhere and just scared me, because he said he saw me sitting on the stairs, and where people walk. I sat in my seat, and then after that, we met up, took a picture, and that was it, man. It was raining that day.
Yeah.
Wait,
did you know at that point? There's some chatter I've seen. I'm not part of that process, but it seems there's some chatter, right, fellas?
My God.
Yeah, it's been very, very cool to kind of watch from afar. Manny, when you met Brent, did you know he was keeping a book of all your most extraordinary quotes?
No, and like if people ask me what some of those quotes are,
wait, stop. Sorry. When you said people asked, do you mean if people? Because you're not saying people come up to you and ask, right?
No. Like,
okay,
Brainbuster asked me about the Ronald Reagan, what that was about. I have no idea, man. That's probably listened to a podcast or something.
Speaking of such, yes, Bob. Any response to that part of the interesting moment there? No response.
Fair.
If they don't add any context to the quote, then I have no idea what they're talking about. It's just something I said.
You're saying it. There's never any context.
Their fault. It's their fault for not. You guys should add context if you want to know what he's talking about, all right? Chris, I know that while you're not quite the High Chancellor of the scene, the way Dukes is an official policeman in there, You do stop through quite a bit. I know you've been in there at the same time I have. How fun is that kind of part of this been? Because again, that's really cooler than us just doing 3-hour shows once a month for the last year.
Absolutely, it's incredible. I mean, like, at least for me, speaking on that, like, I remember when I moved to Tallahassee, like for school, whatever, like a lot of my wrestling, talk and stuff before that was with my dad, right? And then I didn't have
Mhm.
him there with me. So to be there at like 2 a.m. just talking shit with like Dukes and Joe. I mean, there was a night I think where it was like, I don't think I slept. I was up until like 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
Yeah.
with just Dukes and Joe talking about like not even wrestling, just like shit
No.
from like high school, like stories and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a great time. I mean, meeting up with Dukes, we went to watch a show together last year. Like,
True.
it's genuine friendships that we've made through this fucking bullshit. Like, this community that we have, and it's so fun. It's incredible. I mean, I haven't been in it as much as of late. I'm gonna try 2 more, but life happens. But I mean, it's awesome. I genuinely love all those guys. I love talking about them. And if you watched a single episode of Fleet Week ever, which I know is a very small amount of the group of viewers that are in here, I mean, that's all those. Most of those bits, most of those ideas are the brainchild of guys like Joe and Duder and Brent.
Don't give him. Come on.
I mean, I got
If ever there was a time, Dukes, we're all being sentimental tonight. I
Fine.
think I think it's the right time to do
I'll
that.
admit
I
it.
think it's fair. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
this is all
most things I say on stream are somebody else's idea from the Discord. I'm not gonna lie.
This is. I want to make this clear. This is all pro Joe from the
That's
Discord. I
true.
was not involved in
That's
these
also
meetings.
true.
So.
I do want to apologize to the Discorders. I haven't been on
Thank
there.
God,
lately.
finally. Go on, man.
I
Apologize
haven't
for
been on there.
everything, please.
I haven't been there lately. It's just the last time I was on there, I fell asleep during the derby and
Yeah.
who was the wrestling again?
It has been. I was as a friend of yours. It has changed things that you don't watch professional wrestling anymore. Slightly challenging, right? Like because some people start watching wrestling. And it's like, well, maybe I could talk to them about that. With you, it's I don't listen to Rogan, bro. Like, what do you want me to? It's difficult. No, I'm fucking.
You can talk to me about anything.
Of course, we always talk shoot fights. I'm just playing with you, but yeah,
There's
good
a lot
times
of
indeed.
Sammy real talk in the
That's crazy.
in the comments.
Yeah, that got out of hand from what I saw. We don't respect it that much. We ain't gonna be here that long, but I love the sentiment, Shad.
I respect it.
The original guest.
what Chris said, and here, let me leave you guys with this because I have to go now. I have to go now because my daughter has her first dance class tomorrow, and that lets me segue into this. This show was born out of an idea we had when CM Punk returned to wrestling a week before the first episode. Or when we jumped on here just to give our thoughts, Joe, Shoot, and I. And then a week later, Penelope was born. And the idea that a bunch of idiots can just get on here and talk about professional wrestling is just, it's such a beautiful thing. And to see it morph into what it did here, like where all of these people are here, because it was just an idea we had where we jumped on a stream and we talked about something that was happening in pro wrestling. And then, my dickhead friends came on a week later when she was born and started this show without me. As I was in the hospital holding her.
I mean, I think you won there, Jack, but
yeah.
I don't know. The way she talks to me sometimes now, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful. Like, all you guys are great. And Joe and Shoot, like, you are two of my legit, like, since that, I can't remember a day in the last 3 years where you guys haven't talked to me in some form, whether it's the three of us or like one of it. Like sometimes I'll talk to Joe about boxing when I know Shoot doesn't give a fuck. Sometimes football when I know Joe doesn't give a fuck. I can't remember. I don't think a day has gone by in the last 3 years where I haven't talked to you two at some point, and I love you both from the bottom of my heart. You are two of my best friends, and I swear to God, I love you guys both. I love you guys.
The feeling is
the
mutual.
ends of the
I
earth.
love you too, Jackie.
Both of you guys.
We love you very much, Jackie. We appreciate it. Very, very
And
nice. Very.
I
fun.
love Bob too.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah,
I do love Bob. I love Bob. Just
all right,
Bob.
The son you never
sure?
wanted.
No, I did. I did. Because there are times where life gets hard, and I do it. Like, there's a lot of times where you guys will get texts from me, and it's because, like, I just need. Sometimes, like, shit's just piling on me. I will text you guys the most random shit. I'll be like, "Hey, look at this fucking Dolph Ziggler thing."
Yes,
Look at this.
we do that a lot. Yeah.
And it's
basically get us out of our real lives.
And it's like instantly I feel better. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm good.
Absolutely. That I think we all share that experience. That's very cool.
But
very, very cool.
Yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and I do. I love you all dearly. Thank you.
Love you too, mate. Have a great night. Good luck to Penny. Wish your best.
Yes.
Oh, God, I'm so scared.
She's gonna kill it, bro.
I'm so scared.
Easy money, bro. Don't worry about it.
See you guys.
Have a good night.
Bye,
bro.
Jack.
Bye.
Wasn't that nice, everyone?
That made me happy.
What a
Very nice.
fucking legend, huh?
He rules.
What a
man.
beast.
There's only one. Yeah.
Put him in the hall.
There's only one Jack Crosby. Folks.
That dude's got a real job. Doesn't need to do any of this shit. And here he is.
Well, I've attempted to get him fired many times over.
I gotta tell you, that might be the best. That might be the best promo in the history of Late Night Grin right there.
Yeah.
Professional wrestling, I think, Oracle. Honestly, I think that's.
Yeah.
Arn Anderson's got a new contender, brother. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Just when you think we've peaked.
There
we go. Yes. Wonderful. Okay. I think it would make sense after that very emotional moment that we throw to our penultimate greatest hits montage. Probably going to be here for me. We'll see how we go. Maybe at least another half hour. We may go into longer, but to me, this show, especially now that we're coming back, this is very much just like a thing that we put together as a celebration of all the support you guys have given us, right? So this show is not really so much about who gives a fuck about the wrestling talk, honestly. We're sitting here putting ourselves over. You guys knew that already. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking with us. Still got a great house. I will reiterate again, if you're watching on like, just one of those thumbs up gimmicks, something, that would be. But anyway.
We just hit 9/11.
Bob?
Turn your camera off.
We have another greatest hits video, and on that note of all notes, here it is. Enjoy. Who's it going to be? Someone who loves inflicting pain.
Nigel McGuinness.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
We fucking did it, baby! Let's go! Let's fucking go!
A savage! A savage!
Yeah.
It looks like I'm fishing in the shadows.
It does. It's very funny.
Oh, shit. I ruined it. You're ruining it!
He's nice talking about wrestling. When he talks about anything else, he's a fucking lunatic. He's like Bob.
Come on, man.
This week's Fleet Week Vibrator is sponsored by the program that follows it, Bed Dead.
What the fuck?
Bob, what do you call the DKC?
I need to think of something. Come back to me.
Tell us when you got in, then we'll ask it like it's, and then we'll clip it and tweet it out.
I call him the KFC because he's a chicken.
See that?
Oh no,
that's good.
Oh!
Oh my God!
Oh!
Yeah.
I love him. He's gifted. He's one of the best professional wrestlers of the last 20 years. But Shannon, he's done it to himself again. He's his biggest enemy. He's his greatest enemy.
That is my personal favorite. That is, and there's more of it, but that is my personal. Like
That got a huge pop in this room.
It was a SmackDown watch along that went into a Rampage watch along. I think that was the show that became the Gates of Agony watch. I think that was that show.
Joe, do you remember
Yeah.
what else happened on that show?
No.
That's when my Chick-fil-A got stolen.
Of course, yes. It was this marathon show.
You like DoorDashed it or something?
I did. I DoorDashed it. The guy dropped it off in front of my house, took a picture of it, and then left with it.
It was this marathon show, and I at some point tasked Oracle. We were in the middle of something that wasn't interesting. So that Oracle, this is right after Brawl Out. I was like, "Can you do some Skip Bayless reacting to this?" And I mean, that's a clip of it, but it was a whole performance. There was talk about Mickey Gall. There was knocked out, and these hand gestures. I mean, it was unbelievable. I think it's one of my personal favorites. But yeah. Oracle, the Skip Bayless. What a moment, brother.
Oh yeah. My brother Dylan brings that up all the time.
Yeah,
that's his favorite Grin moment. So I'm sure
it's
he enjoyed watching that clip.
Yeah.
Wait, does Dylan watch? Does Dylan actually listen to us?
I think it was because we tweeted it. I hope for
okay.
Dylan's sake he saw it on Twitter. Dylan, I'm praying for you that you saw this on Twitter and didn't have to watch it. I'm assuming Dylan did not watch us watch SmackDown.
No.
Oracle, they're requesting some more Skip.
What should be the topic? Let's help him out a little bit.
It should be Late Night Grim 100. Like,
do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think we need to give him something to be really. I don't know.
No, that's good. I think.
All right, go for it.
Dylan does watch this more than you think.
Sending thoughts and prayers.
Sorry to hear that.
Okay. As I get into my car every week and listen to the Lapsed Fan podcast, I think about the time 2.5 years ago when we got together and began this journey, when one Phil Brooks, also known as CM Punk, returned to professional wrestling. Of course, things have changed now, and so much has gone on, and we've seen some amazing ups and downs, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate this business.
He always does that,
right now, you know?
that violent. He tweeted earlier. This is one of the best Skip tweets ever. I finally got so sick and tired of Jerry Jones fiddling around while his Rome burns. I lost it. Get ready for this sentence. This is unbelievable. Without thinking, I tweeted, quote, "All in my ass." It's the way he put without thinking, and it's literally a 5-minute video of Skip explaining how his tweet worked, why there was a comma in the middle, and he's doing it at the pace Oracle was just doing. It's like everything is so deliberate, and he adds it like he wouldn't say CM Punk. He would say Phil Brooks also. For no reason.
Exactly what he would say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know, like
can
he
you
does it with
imagine?
LeBron James?
Go on, man. Yeah, go on.
He says that with LeBron James. He won't even say LeBron. He says his full name. Like Nobody else does that. Everybody says LeBron. He's like, LeBron James.
He did the same thing with Tom Brady.
Can you, if Skip covered Prographs, can you imagine the art he'd have produced when Punk was running Collision? Can you imagine the numbers Skip would have put up? Finally, wrestling is back on TV. he's tweeted by
wrestling is back on TV.
Remember when we found the article he wrote about the Sportatorium?
Yeah. It was pretty good, right? For the most part.
Yeah,
I think
it was positive.
World class days, bro. They even
You
got
think-
Skip in the building. That's how hot they were.
Yeah.
You think Skip would have done an on-site thing for the first ever Collision episode?
Oh my god. They invited me. Can you imagine Skip?
Skip would kill it on wrestling TikTok. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Who would be his least favorite?
Think about.
What do you think about the
this.
Cody thing?
After All In last year, okay.
Mhm.
They get up there, they get on there. He gets on, and for some reason he turns heel on Dragon.
Of
Because
course,
like he takes over for Punk. So he's like, I mean, he's like, and Bryan Danielson, pretty good. He's no CM Punk.
I wish he did it because I wanted to see like the FS1 show after Wembley last year when he finds out CM Punk was in a fight. Just slam his pencil on the table and just be like,
Imagine his review of Punk Joe with the context that match had. Can you imagine the day that wrestling
his
died?
Review of Jungle Boy.
Jack Perry rant, yeah.
Imagine his review of the pre-show match.
Oh, dude, he would have.
And I knew his father.
Oh,
yes, he'd say some shit like that.
Yeah. It's nothing personal, but and then he would just kick the shit out of it.
oh, bro, he would have a field day with this scapegoat.
Yeah. Imagine like when they're short on topics, they do some like New Japan talk. Skips pondering Hiroki Goto's ceiling.
Jay Show, you pretending to care about us talking about Skip Bayless.
She's the best. Still got it, Jay Show. Still got it.
What is the word of a consummate professional?
You are. You are.
Skip would have thrown in a little dig at Jungle Boy working in House of Torture. That would have been awesome.
Oh yeah,
Ben is spot on right here.
Danielson would be Skip's LeBron, always going after him. FTR would be Skip's Cowboys, throwing out FTR merch after losses. It would be funnier though if he didn't get upset with FTR when they lost. It's funnier if he approaches it like when they have a bad match, he's like let down by them. Like he's like he like does star ratings. He's like he's shaking his head before he gives
the
it.
Bucks match it all in. 3.25, I guess.
Oh my god. Skip star ratings? Oh my god.
He would talk about how like they went down to the Bucks level and shit. It would be nasty, bro.
Okay,
He would be so nasty.
Skip reviewing Sonata's title reign when he's got nothing to talk about.
Let's break this down. Like, okay, so who would be his daily guest, like his host with him, and then
Like he's wrestling expert?
Kevin Nash.
You know how he brings in like Paul Pierce, he brings in Paul Pierce and all that. Like, who would be his Paul Pierce that he brings in like for these
for Graps talk? Yeah.
Booker T.
Bro,
Yeah,
after today, after today, it's got to be Nemeth, right? He's
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the job on that dude was making money over there at Bust. I couldn't believe people took that bit seriously. Matt, you did tell me that would happen, to be fair.
Oh yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
I took it serious.
Jack took it
It's
seriously.
so
bro.
obvious that he's like. It's so obvious
Let's
that
be
he's
honest.
fucking
Let's
around.
be honest. Speaking of Russo, he'd have Al Snow on there.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So before he asks any question, he stresses how much he respects Al as a pro.
when Dolph started talking shit about Cody, I said, "Fuck yeah, bro! He's talking this shit, bro."
It was hilarious, yeah. But he was so obviously having fun with LaGreca. But I guess people don't know what he's like, correct? One of Dolph's like running bits. He doesn't watch professional wrestling. Like there's no way that dude is actually giving an analysis on Busted Open. He don't give a
He's friends with Cody. It's like it'd be like me going on a podcast and them asking me about Bob. I would do the same thing.
different reasons, but
Dolph's
similar
also-
politics.
Yeah.
Dolph's also like a comedian, isn't he? Like he's
Oh, you know,
Allegedly.
anybody could be a comedian. You just can't be throwing that out there.
When are you going to start, man? I think you've got the saying here. The issue with you would be like, You'd have to just go on the fly every night, right? Manny would just walk up there with nothing.
Manny's an improv guy.
He would just look for people in the crowd.
Yeah, he just rips.
Yeah, let me figure this out. All right.
Sit on my TikTok camera.
Wonderful stuff.
Tell him it's a TED Talk.
We are going to send it to our final video message in a moment. And then after that, we have one last greatest hits deal. While we play this video, Jay Shell, I'm going to task you with coming up with something that you want to talk about professional wrestling so you don't have to listen to us talk about Skip Bayless anymore. Does that sound good to you? You've got like 2 minutes to come up with something, all right? And if you have nothing, we still won't do Skip Bayless, but it could go any which direction. We'll see. All right. Some final messages.
Pick anything you want. Doesn't have to be wrestling.
Yeah, we're the last.
You can make us all look stupid.
Right, we're in the last leg of the show, folks. So, here are some final messages from the Grinners and friends of the show, and so on and so forth. Take it away, folks.
Hey everyone, Charlie of WrestlePurist and Great Britain. If you know, you know.
The Late Night Grin has reached its 100th episode, to everybody's surprise.
Late Night Grin 100. I know you guys feel it. I feel it. That's the mana.
I'm just stopping by to say a congratulations to the Late Night Grin crew for reaching 100 episodes.
I found LNG about a year ago when I was scrolling on Twitter and came across their Grin Grappler episode for Sting. I was very intrigued by the odd collection of characters, so I decided to stick around. Sadly, about 2 weeks later, they went part-time, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm a new viewer of Late Night Grin, but I just wanted to tell you guys that I really appreciate your guys' content. You've helped me discover and just brought a new perspective to new and old wrestling, so cheers to you all, and here's to 100 more. Mahalo.
Since then, I've become integrated into the Grinner Circle, and while I haven't provided much outside of dunking on Jack Crosby's head length and getting irrationally angry at things in the LNG Discord, I've still enjoyed my time with all you guys.
Happy 100, fellas. Thank you for 100 episodes of laughs, grins, and happy memories. Keep on grinning.
From the triumphs of watching some of AEW's best pay-per-views ever, to the hilarity of watching Cody get his Mania spot stolen and then given back, to the insaneness of watching CM Punk return to the Fed. It's been pretty crazy, but I've loved it all. Well, except for when Bob gets political.
I've been a guest on there a couple of times in the last few months or so, and it's always been a great time. I don't think I'll ever quite forget watching that War Games match at fucking 12:30, stressing about getting to London on time for something afterwards. But I hope you guys are having a great celebration episode, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.
I'm really grateful for all of you. You guys have helped turn a hobby that I got back into due to losing several personal relationships and helped me use that hobby to develop several new personal relationships that I'm very grateful for, and I'll always be in debt to you guys for that. Keep doing what you're doing, keep horse shitting, and Bob, stop bringing up politics.
Hell yeah.
If you know, you know.
Hell of a cameo.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. Darren popped up on the screen. I said, "Who the heck is that?" And then I heard him talk, and I said, "Fucking Darren, bro."
Yeah.
We love Darren. We dunk on Darren
Absolutely.
a lot, but we love Darren.
We love Darren.
Very nice message. Very, very nice. All of them were. We appreciate greatly. I can't believe Chuck.
Very much so, yes.
Chuck was saying she forgot she'd see herself after watching us dipshits and Jay Shell for 3 hours. You know, like, don't worry, Chuck. It was great to have you on. I really appreciate the
really
message.
quick.
And yes, mate.
Can I shout out to Rice
Yeah.
Man, by the way?
Real.
who
We love
is,
Rice
is,
Man, yeah.
is one of the best members of the Grinner Circle in terms of like how much he helps
We
out,
love
how
him.
much he like
Yeah.
gives a shit about the program. Huge shout out.
Yeah. He did one of my favorite things that's ever come from our community, and that's saying a lot. There was even stuff today that was incredible. But when he did the draft graphics,
Oh yeah.
That
I
was
still
exactly
have
what I was
those.
thinking.
My
Killed
roster is still saved on my phone. I don't give a fuck what people
Awesome.
voted. I'm proud of that. There's one with
Yeah.
LA Knight that is like, he's awesome, dude. Rice Man's great.
Hell of a mullet too.
It's really, you know, I know we've been so seminal here tonight. Everyone's probably rolling their eyes at this junction. But seriously, we are continually amazed at how much people seem to give a fuck about this show. We have a small audience, but one that cares. And It's very, very cool. I mean, there was a video today. I want to say, I really hope I don't get this wrong. It was Jason. I'm pretty sure it was Jason who edited, an opening show, like AEW's new deal with the pop mute song they've got with us. And somehow he made it quite good. We actually don't look like buffoons here. It's almost cool.
Like 30 times.
It's incredible, incredibly well done. If you go to the Late Night Grim feed, you'll see on there or mine. But yeah, Jay Show, we spoke about this, right? Like a little bit. In fear of doing your job for you, I know you may have had something, but seriously, we did talk about the community, and it is something we're very, very proud of, right?
Yeah, definitely. I was talking with Dylan about this, but I feel like my time in like wrestling, even though it was like short-lived, I feel like this was always my safe space where I could always like share my opinions, even though I obviously look different than you guys and have a different point of view. I was always accepted, and I feel like on other platforms that it wasn't always the case, or I wasn't like respected. And I would think that's something that always really came out of this. I always felt supported, and like you guys had my back. So I think that was something that was really important for me. And that was one thing that I was saying that made me want to come back. So
yeah, that meant a lot. It really did mean a lot. And yeah, it was cool. Like I talked to you about that like maybe a month ago, right? That's when I told you about it coming back. So very, very cool. We had a lot of fun with for anyone who doesn't know, Jay Show and I had a couple of different spin. Like we had Retire the Rankings. We had the Free Agents.
Yeah, the Free Agents was the first one.
Yes, that was the first one. Because that was when they were still wrestling free agents back in the olden days. And what I mean by that is that was when WWE was cutting 20 wrestlers a month, unfortunately. So there was a lot of material. And then we transitioned to, I think Jay Shell tasked me with doing a Blake Christian episode. And I said, we need to come up with a new show. And that's what we did. And we did Retire the Rankings. And then in the end, we did the Jay Shell and Joe show, which is just whatever the fuck we wanted, which there was one moment that I couldn't. It was like the last thing that didn't make the cut for one of the compilations. But it was someone tweeted, I want to give it a shout quickly. When you were pitching a triple threat match for WrestleMania, I saw it today, didn't make it, and I was like, fuck, because that was really, really funny. But yeah, lots of great times. Tremendous stuff. Jay Show, do you have a topic you'd like to discuss for the next 10 minutes or so, or not really?
I had two other moments actually that I thought were quite funny.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what show they were from, but I do remember when I broke my mic over Blake Christian.
I remember that.
Yeah. That was, yeah.
I have
that
no
was a
clue
lot.
what show that was.
I don't either, but you yelled about Blake Christian for some reason. Why was that a thing you did? I don't know.
I think he got booked for like it was like ROH or something. It was like he was on Dark. It was like the most minimal thing ever. Like it gave 0 out of 10. I would never do that now.
Yeah. Well, you were young. As opposed to now, right? But yeah, that was very, very funny. There was lots of good times. As we're winding down here, I think it would make sense to kind of recount on a couple of other shows that appeared. This was I believe a one-off that I still think we should bring back one day. Oracle.
Is that the one where I had lucha matches from the?
Yeah. Yes, I think we should do. I think there should be episodes of the flagship that are School of Graps. You know, I think that would make sense, and we could do like a special team for it. We did like a 2-hour show on. I think you picked maybe 3 classic lucha matches, maybe 3. I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And we had this incredible graphic of like a whiteboard that Matt made. Do you remember this?
I remember, and the intro was the crumpled out, the piece of paper uncrumpling, right? Or
yeah, something to that effect.
What you guys need to bring back is that TDW show.
DW, yes, there was
That
actually.
was
Let me put the last banner up because there's more of these here. But someone actually mentioned in here. It may have come up already because there's something going on. But someone said, "Can you bring the W show?" Never say never. The website's still there.
It is still there, yeah.
That's saying
I
maybe
just got charged for it.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's like $10. I don't care, but yeah.
I remember my long days in working in a nursing home, bro, and then just listening to those TW shows and being like, I have no idea what the hell they're talking about, but it sounds interesting, you know.
It was fun times. Frank here says the Historical Oracle was one of my favorite podcasts of all time. It was like the well, everyone.
Just so everybody knows, it stormed here in Knoxville, and I woke up at 3:30 a.m. yesterday morning. I woke up and I turned on the September 8th, 1997 episode of Monday Night Raw, and that's where I'm at.
Hell yeah! And that is definitely something that we don't know what form necessarily, but But that's always something that could come back, right? We had a lot of fun with that, and I definitely think that's one of the better shows that we.
I'm a race. I'm on a race against time now. You know, was it spring 26 when everything's moving over to Netflix? Well, for us in the States.
I thought he said something else there. I was like,
"Yep."
Or I'm actually shocked how long you went with that show, because you were watching a shit ton of graphs at that time.
And he still watches it. It's just scheduling the show, right? That's the thing.
It wasn't. It wasn't its own brand. It was a one-time thing, but the 24-hour stream was maybe the most fun I've had on
That's
this.
the coolest shit we ever did.
On this program.
Yeah.
Dukes and I took the night
It was
shift.
all because Alexa Bliss worked War Games, whatever it was, too.
Yep.
It was. You're right. Yeah.
Dukes
And I
I
don't
took the
remember
night
one thing
shift.
she did in it, which is funny.
And I think we got off the stream at 7 a.m. maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I had a class at 9 a.m. And we just rode the wave. Like we were so tired, but it was so
and I continually tried to make sure you didn't have a class, and you just told me you didn't, and then immediately
I just lied. I lied.
Well, that's when we watched Shawn Michaels and Minetti versus the
Minetti.
That's what it is.
I just put that in my notes.
Rose and Summers.
Yeah, Buddy and Doug. Like I know him personally.
We watched all those matches that night.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah, we watched all three.
That fucking ruled.
Yeah, that was fun. 24 hours, dude. That was an event for sure. That took a lot.
He came and hung out for like 4 hours.
Yeah, I got to name that section like the backup hangman section of, which popped me. This was
you doing the microwave?
Yes, the microwave. We had a lot of fun with this too, right? We had the side in the decade. It was fun.
Great time.
That's right, John was on there for like 2 hours.
That's right. John made it's called Suit Yourself. I think it's 91, 92, something like that. And John came on like out of the blue and we just did a separate
that was
show.
Awesome.
Which is I loved that show. We love John, just the best. It was great to have him via video message earlier. Popped me very much. Very professional. John, but don't get any better. Yeah, so many different shows. We'd be remiss. We have to mention the 31, right? Like,
oh yeah,
that's one of our crowning achievements.
It was a blast.
One of the best work.
I'll never forget the first episode and like the YouTube chat for that. Oh,
it was
incredible.
That was. I'm not gonna lie. That was a fucking ton of work.
Yeah, that was a process. we set out for a sequel and we never did the sequel because it was tough. I'm writing like monologues, like I'm. Like, come on, dude. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah,
but,
I remember watching the pilot for that one. And once the bit like hit, it was over. It was over.
You said you remember the chat from that day. What did they say in the chat?
Just like when everyone collectively figured out what was going on.
Yeah. Because it was advertised as.
Yeah. Joe and I were texting each other during that, like popping huge because everyone was going nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know the 31, we did a press release about Bob having a talk show, and there was a quote in there about like being inspired by Letterman and all. Yep. I mean, and we advertised this like Bob was going to talk, and we had Sean Ross out as our first guest. Shout out to Sean, who was a great sport. There's an outtake out there somewhere that I posted where Bob fucks up something, and we had to do it again. It was very funny. Sean gave us some of his time, and the bit, of course, for anyone who's not aware, was that Bob would never actually ask a question. He would just talk the entire time and then declare we were out of time. And I mean, we had quite the lineup for that series. I mean, there was some heavy hitters on that show. And
we had John Elba on that too.
We did. Yeah. There was one episode where you spent the whole thing talking about Batman villains and yeah, it was quite the deal. So the 31 was tremendous, absolutely. Our friend, the great contrarian Alex, is in the chat. Things are going well. We love you, Alex. He'll be back in.
He answered my text message on a date.
He's the best. We love Alex. It's a huge part of what we do here. Hopefully, we can get him on some Fridays on occasion. Well, if things are going really well, maybe not. But in a couple of weeks, he is booked for Grin Grappler. Of course, as always, we're talking about Kurt Hennig on this occasion. This is true, John. I was trying to figure what the bit for John was, but the bit for John on the 31 was that Bob thought he was Matt Hardy. I believe was the bit. You can binge. I mean, they're like 10 minutes each, and like
so good.
I can't even imagine.
I forgot about what Joe having that just posted.
Yes, the post Triple H retirement where I asked for some thoughts on his career, and Oracle did an entire recap like he was on a documentary for A&E.
I was like Paul Roma on the Horseman doc.
Dude, you was like, and then in 02 he wasn't so good, and like you went year by year yearbook on Triple H's career. Tremendous stuff. Okay, last clip of the night, our final compilation of funny moments and such, and then we're going to wrap with some final thoughts from the whole team. We hope you've enjoyed this, folks, and again, whether you remember them or not, hopefully these make you laugh. Here we go for the final time. Some of the great LNG moments.
We are back.
Wait, is Bob, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Why is Bob's face not moving? Look at him. What's
Bobby, are you Bobby, are you okay?
Bob.
Bro, what the fuck is happening? Bobby, say something. What the fuck?
The champ is here. The champ is here.
No, this is an adult conversation. If Dukes can't handle it, that's his fault. Man, a lot of people have been getting owned in wrestling of late, but hey, enough about Seth Rollins.
Very spooky. Very spooky.
Like, if you see someone being excited that, you know, Raw's good again or whatever, just leave them alone. Everyone's attacking everyone for, you know, just being excited, being optimistic.
See you soon, motherfucker.
You're a liar, Cody Rhodes.
Okay. Somebody please.
My God, good times. What a jump scare the Burt was, by the way, huh?
I still can't I cannot get over that Bob clip. Like the fan is still moving.
Bob, explain that. What
I
was
don't know.
happening?
Matt,
my internet was
I don't know
out,
if y'all saw him, but I was like still looking here, like
Yeah, like
no, I don't know.
if you don't notice the fan is still moving, my reaction looks like I'm insane. Like, why am I reacting so strongly?
Yes.
But the fan is moving and Bob's frozen.
No, I don't know, man.
I remember. I still remember the text I got from Shoot about that the last clip that was shown that show. He texted me. He's like, "I have no idea what this is gonna be. Like, if you can show up, if you can." Like,
yeah,
that was such a good show.
Where was I? Was
Dude, that was the time you were gone for 2 straight weeks, but I don't remember.
Oh yeah, we did.
I think you were
Mr.
here.
Gold.
I think you were in America somewhere.
Yeah, you were in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's when you
living
went
large.
That's when you went to Rampage at Atlantic City and
watching the Sixers lose. One of those good things. Yeah, it was fun.
We talked about college football for like an hour, and the chat got pissed.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I thought we were struggling during those 2 weeks. Shoot,
we were.
Yeah,
we were.
But you had that moment, right?
Yes.
That's all you needed. Was that moment. That's, I think, maybe the most. That's probably the most referenced LNG clip, honestly. Yeah. Often when people have no idea who said it or why, but yes, great
that's
memories.
when the Queen died, right? That's what happened during that 2 weeks too.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's why Joe
to be clear, that wasn't
why Joe had to leave the country.
He was
to be clear, I did not flee.
He said a lot of things. He had to get out of there.
Yes. Alex was great on that show I wasn't there for, and he was also, I remember he saved us at the end of the 12-hour stream. I remember the 12-hour charity stream, the first charity stream we did. We were finished, and Alex came in and just got us home, right? And
did Fritz impressions. And...
Yeah. As you can tell, folks, if you're new around here, you're probably thinking, why did they have so many shows? I don't know. I don't know why they had so many shows. We hope some of them were funny. People seem to remember different ones and liking different ones. I don't know. We tried our best. In future, clearly, it's going to be less that way. But nonetheless, we are back. I think it makes sense to kind of go around the room here and Get some final thoughts before we wrap. A very, very special show. We're amazed by the support. I'm not actually sure the support is. I can't.
Yeah.
It feels like a bit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That can't be
It
right.
keeps going up.
It's at 960. Like, are people just watching on Twitter? Like, what's happening? I don't know. It must be like a Twitter glitch. I don't know.
We'll take it though.
Yeah, we're gonna just say this was the most
Oh, yeah,
watched show in the history of the world. This is our WrestleMania 3.
This is our biggest gate.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I'm emailing Dave in the morning.
This probably would. You could probably combine about
all of them.
Yeah.
All of them, bro. Absolutely.
We did it.
Did you ever send the results of the Grinners to Dave for the Observer?
I did not. No, I think we're so prestigious at this point. We stand alone, right? The Golden Grinnies there.
93-173. Dylan's right.
Absolutely, Dylan knows. Okay, let's take it home here. Dukes, I throw it to you first, mate. Any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to say on this moment in time here for LNG 100? Go for it.
No, I think I'm good.
You don't even ask how I am. I want you to at least play that here. But...
Well, you didn't ask me how I was. How much I'm supposed to reciprocate it.
True.
You didn't lob it up for me.
We'll work on this for
Run it back,
101.
run it back, run it back.
Run it back? All right. Hey, Dukes.
Yes, Joe.
I was going to ask if you have any final thoughts you'd like to share, but instead I'm just going to say, how are you, mate?
I'm doing well.
No one cares.
Oh, come on. That's just
whatever.
On tonight of all nights, come on, man. There's no reason for that. But I appreciate you asking, Dukes. I'm good. I think this has gone quite well. Somehow. Maybe I should do formats more often.
Well,
yeah, no.
Could you imagine what would that look like usually? Pick on Bob. 9
It would. What it would entail is you getting mad at us because we just didn't follow it at all.
Yeah, it's
because when we tried to do it before, that's what happened.
Oh yeah, it was some dark days for sure. Chris, any closing thoughts as we wrap LNG 100, mate? Go for it.
Again, just happy to be here, man. It's been a fun ride. It's been a long time since that first show that the Young Lions were on after that failed Nitro watch along series we tried to get going. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Dukes and Tope, who I know he wishes he could be here now, but like genuine, very good friends of mine now through all this. So very happy to met them through this. Very happy to met all of you guys through this. So yeah, really good time. Love the time I've had on here. We need to get another Grin game night going. So Jay Shell, hopefully you'll be there for that and help us out with that, because that's honestly that and the 24-hour stream and all of Fleet Weeks are like my highlights on here. So big thanks to you guys. Big thanks.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah.
Who
I was just
watches
just
the reason to appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Michelle, no, that was so fun. We had a great time. The Young Lions versus the Vets. That's
you guys won, right?
Yeah, we beat the shit out of you.
There was a moment where I remember
remember
when I was yelling at Bob.
Yes.
It was like WWE 2004 trivia, and Bob was sitting there like, I'm no use,
That's
like,
when we knew we were done for, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. But absolutely, Chris, great to have you here. And Tope, I want to again mention, he not only edited the Dax thing together, but didn't tell anyone, which we appreciate very much. We love Tope. So
Tope rules. He's a piece of shit, but he rules.
True.
Yeah, I mean he's an Eagles fan. I mean that's tough.
Also,
tough sin to commit. But other than that, he's a good guy.
Manny the Hooper.
So
there's only we said earlier there's only one Jack Crosby. I'm not even convinced there's one Manny the Hooper. I'm still not sure you're a real person, but I'm thankful to know you, and I would like to give you a chance, if you would. Any final words as we wrap LNG 100, mate?
Man, maybe like watching all these clips made me miss my Al Pacino haircut. My hair was long and all that, and man, I don't know. I just had a lot of fun. I'm glad I met everybody here at the Discord and podcasting and shit. It's whatever. It's not whatever, but it's all fun and games, and I'm glad I can be here.
Absolutely. We're glad you could be here also, Manny. Even if you were slightly gun-shy around Jack Crosby, we are thrilled you could be here.
He has a real job, and then when I was I started speaking, like when I started speaking, when I started talking about Seth Rollins, it was just like I was trying to watch what I could say and what I could say, since we're not on the stable.
He would kick the shit out of you, for being honest.
He would, yeah.
Most
All
of us
I
probably
think.
wouldn't, but Jack, yeah.
Yeah, I think Jack beats all
Got
of us.
that
to be
strength.
honest. Yeah, factual. Bob, I think, would give him a toss, but nonetheless, that's another show for another day. We'll do the brawl for out bracket another time. Jay Shell, big pop earlier for your return. You've still got that incredible knack of sitting through our bullshit, unmatched, all-time great skill of yours. It was great to have you back on. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I remember like before I got on the stream, I was like super nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, like I haven't done this in so long, but I feel like I'm right back at home. And I remember like the first stream that I did with Joe was so funny. Like I feel like I had just left whatever outlet I was working with before, and me and Joe were just like let's just do something fun. And it really just became like, I would say like the crutch of everything that I did like in the wrestling space. So I was super grateful to have this as a platform that was really moldable and customizable and everything like that. And I think even when I did my like documentary and everything, like you guys were all super supportive, and the community as a whole was so supportive.
God, that ruled.
So
Yeah.
You killed that.
Thank you.
Absolutely, it was awesome. We should also know that another show there was a one-off that I think had one of the best videos was the J Show Appreciation Society one, which had like a sort of Marvel opening, which was great. I think we did Bianca Belair. I think was the episode we did, but great times, many different memories, as you can tell, folks. Bobby O'Neill, a man of many words, as we know. Any closing thoughts, mate?
Yeah, I mean, it was a hell of a night. I'm really glad we got to do this, but just kind of big picture, like, the thing that means the most is like the Discord and building the community, and like that's all because of us. Like that's gonna live a lot longer than we do, platform wise. Hopefully not, actual wise, but it's been a great time, man. It's been a great couple of years. Getting to hang out in Chicago was special. I'm glad we got to do that. Shoot Joe and Oracle. I talk to you guys pretty much every day at this point. It's awesome, man. I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we're back, and it fucking rules, man.
Absolutely. Co-sign entirely. I thought you were going to get very morbid there, but instead you turned it back around and it's back to triumph. And
can I just say that this whole time I thought that was a wall behind Manny, and now I see
that's why I started laughing. I'm sorry, Bob.
One of those, plywood walls,
Yeah.
No,
I said it was mine. I said that.
He was talking curtains earlier, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I said that because I couldn't record in my room, and they told me to go in the garage. I decided to use my mom's favorite curtains out of spite.
Oh, okay. I don't always listen, honestly.
Fair. We should note this. I mean, Jeremy had a cameo earlier.
Who knows?
Yeah.
The distraction that when we got Bob to come on a draft show and it was fearful we may get kicked off the airwaves, and then Bob just came on and just did a simple draft and won, which was very funny. But
none of this happens without Jeremy. Yeah, we need to.
Yeah, absolutely. And that morphed into the corner 3, which was, I mean, a segment that was the chicken snacks reference earlier, right? It was one of Steven Jensen loves that in particular. But yes, absolutely. That's all like directly to here. So. Shout out to Jeremy, shout out to Sean, all those people.
Did you ever order more Kurt Angle snacks?
I didn't.
Good question.
Man,
you liked them though, right?
They were pretty good.
I got
Do they still make them?
I haven't looked.
So.
I mean, probably. His podcast ended, so he's not plugging them anywhere anymore.
Oh, what?
I got the. God bless you, Manny. I got the Kurt Angle hot sauce, the Kurt Angle solid gold hot sauce.
Oh shit!
And it's like the best hot sauce I've ever had in my life. And now the company has gone out of business, and I can't get any more. And I'm still mad about it.
Yeah, everything Kurt touches doesn't.
Yeah.
Seem like the last.
Lord. Oracle. Any closing thoughts?
It feels like I don't know. Summer 2021 feels like a really long time ago.
It sure does.
Yeah. Like 2.5 years is really not that long, but I mean, I don't know. That shit feels like
a lifetime
forever ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm back on board for this second run. I feel like Terry Funk in 1989.
I have done so many shows with you that I was literally about to cut you off to do the Terry Funk 1989 bit, and I was slow enough that you just did it instead. That's where we're at. So, God bless and good luck to anyone who intends on listening to these shows. But yes, absolutely.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, mate.
Just real quick, you want me to do the Lily in the box one more time for everyone?
Absolutely, God, yes. I do.
All
Yeah.
right, hold on.
Actually, Bob, let's do this. Complete the final thoughts, and then we'll close. That's the real main.
Okay, that's a good call.
Okay, all right, Matt. Anything you'd like to close? I know we're all kind of echoing, but just anything you'd like to close with in particular.
Yeah, I'm probably going to ramble for a little bit, so I
Go for it.
apologize.
Go on.
So Joe knows that this is something that I always refuse to do. I always said that I would never do this isn't really a podcast, but we call it one. I always said I would never do this. Pandemic happened. Joe and I started talking all the time. He kind of talked me into it. Not that he forced me to do it, but he sold me on it.
Yeah.
JJ can certainly attest to the fact that I would never do this. And then suddenly he's watching our bullshit every week. But this has been quite a ride. In a lot of ways, it's restored my love for professional wrestling. At times, it hurt my enjoyment of professional wrestling. And to be clear, more so because the wrestling itself wasn't very good. So when the wrestling's not very good, it makes this harder to do.
Mm-hmm.
As a lot of you guys know, I've gone through a lot since this started. I lost my dad. I vividly remember we were supposed to do World Class Fridays that night.
Right.
I had pages of notes, which I've never done before. And I'm sure Joe and I would have got through maybe 3 episodes of that, but it never happened. I am not necessarily as connected to the community as some of you guys. I'm older than everyone. I turned 43 in a month. I sleep in a big bed with my wife, so I don't necessarily have. Unfortunately, I don't have time to embark on some of the stuff that you guys do, which legitimately sounds awesome. My stupid jokes aside, Joe's become one of my very best friends in the world. I probably talk to him more than anyone except Adrian. Bobby, I talk to you every day. Oracle, I knew you before we even started this. We don't talk as much, but when we do, it's right back into the normal. Dukes, we're popping each other in DMs. We don't talk every day, but when we do,
it's worth it.
It's great. Yes. Yeah. Chris, we got the Marlins. God help us. Manny, you don't watch wrestling anymore, so yeah, I don't really have much to talk to you about anymore, but I do enjoy popping into your mentions every once in a while and trying to ruin your day. Jay Show, we don't talk that much, but it makes me so happy when I see your updates on Twitter. Just know that I'm very proud of you. I'm so much older than you that I feel comfortable saying that I'm proud of you. Yeah, this has meant a lot to me, and it'll continue to mean a lot to me. I love all you guys for watching this stuff. I love all you guys on the screen. I've been through a lot in the last few years. Joe knows. I watched those clips today, and I don't want to. I'm not putting myself over, but I watched those clips today, and the difference in how I look there versus how I look now is drastic. Yeah. I'm not going to go into details on it, but it was something that I had to do for health reasons. Joe knows this. And I'm not going to lie, coming on this show helps me with that because I don't want to come on this show and look the way I did before. So even something that simple, so yeah, I'm trying not to cry like Crosby did. And I don't even mean that as an insult. God bless him. I don't have the balls to do it like he did. But yeah, just everyone here know that I love y'all. I'm not the most outgoing person in the world. I generally regret not meeting people. I don't say anything and then I regret meeting them. I should have shot Charlie a message and at least said hi to her in Greensboro, things like that. I'm terrible about that stuff. But just know that even if you don't hear from me, I do value you and I know you're there and I appreciate it. And everybody on this screen, Y'all are friends to me. And even if I don't reach out to you, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to me if you need something or you just need to talk to somebody or any of that. So yeah, I love y'all. I can't believe we just crossed 1,000 people allegedly.
We did.
While I was, pouring my soul out. So
that's what
God
Twitter's
bless y'all.
claiming, bro. I just pulled it up. It's claiming that people here. I don't know.
I gotta take a picture of that. And Joe,
what the fuck?
As much as I like to make jokes and I like to, do my bits, you truly are the heart and soul of this. You are legitimately great at this. We don't always agree on everything, but we agree on most things. And the distraction was the only one of these type of shows that I would ever watch. And I didn't watch it regularly. I'm not going to pretend I did, but I did hop in every now and then. And look, we have a lot of fun. We make a lot of jokes. We pop everyone, but we're all pretty aware that Joe's the reason that a lot of these people are here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
he's legitimately good at this. I'm gonna say, and I'm probably not gonna say it again because he'll get mad at me, but he deserves better than honestly even what this is. But but I'm glad he's here. I'm glad that we get to be a part of Joe carrying us to whatever the hell this is. And I think it's fitting before Bob plays the Jack in the Box that Joe, you should probably say a few words to wrap this thing up.
I probably should, but I was doing fine before, and then you had to go there, and now I'm feeling like I'm about to do a Crosby. Me crying on air would not be anything new, to be fair, right? That's like
true. You did that when Adam Cole had entrances.
Joe's like our Paul Heyman. He's the
a
talent, and he
Yeah, I appreciate it seriously. There are moments you kind of go back to, right? And it's like there's so many shows. Clearly, look at all the different memories we've had tonight, but I remember vividly when we knew we had to take a step back and we put that out there. And I remember the response was like, wait,
that broke our hearts
that
too.
much? Yeah, that was tough. But that's like a thing that kind of in my head, like that was a moment of realizing people actually give a shit, which you guys try to show us a lot, but it's still hard to believe until you like see it right in front of you, So that always comes to mind, as does Chicago, right? We had that moment together. That was like, kind of, I don't know. There was something really fulfilling and validating about that. I guess it was doing like episodes of Late Night Grin for no one in the hotel lobby in Chicago. It was really, really cool, and I think it was like a moment where you realize this has been a big part of our lives, right? As crazy as that is to say, it has been. We've done a lot of hours and a million logos and overlays and graphics and all of that bullshit. So, I'm just thankful for it. Like, I appreciate the kind words very much, but the reason we're bringing this back is I'm not too good for this shit. This is it, man. This is the thing we're going to remember, right? This is what it's all about. So I'm truly thankful. I'm thrilled we're back. Again, I don't want to blow up anyone's spot, but the people that were involved in the Dax Harwood thing, we love you. That was like a really important thing to me, like to give something that people would, give them something to really pop for. It was fun. These podcasts can be anything you want them to be, or conversational content shows can be anything you want them to be. And I see Brainbuster just brings this up, so I want to quickly mention this. I see people that watch our show doing shows. That shit's cool, man.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we inspired it. I mean, I appreciate this. Brainbuster said we didn't inspire it, but I see it and like I feel like our influence is there, and that means a lot. That's very, very cool. That's more than we can do because then it goes on, right? You always got to pass it forward. So I say all this to say we're back, and this is just the start. We've had a year here to reset. We have new parameters. We understand what our limits are.
95
those
Jordan. 95 Jordan, folks.
Oracle's posing, and you can't see anything but his face.
Yes, but it looks great, and we're back, and I'm really excited. Every Friday night trying to entertain you guys. The biggest goal, beyond anything else, when you guys look back on wrestling memories, I want you to think of the memory, and then ideally somewhere in that memory you're thinking, I remember watching those fucking idiots on Twitch talk talk about afterwards. If we're 5% of the memory, we did our job. So with that, Bobby, do you have your most famous prop prepared?
I do. It's right over here. Ready?
Yes, you got to be very careful with the angle here because we haven't got much room to operate.
Yeah, let me turn it. There we go.
There we go. Right, good. Go on, mate. Here we go, folks. One last time for old times. There is, and with that, if you've watched this on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, whatever it may be, I would love if you could head over to the YouTube channel, give it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, because we're back now, right? So we might as well promote this like somewhat adult. I want it to be on all three of those platforms. People can watch wherever they're comfortable. But like, that would help, right? And we're trying to rebuild this thing. So yes,
Big
please
men are
do
back,
that.
to quote a legend.
Yes. We love you all. We appreciate you all very, very much. We hope you enjoyed this show. It was the easiest show ever because we got to do our favorite thing, which is talk about ourselves. God, I wish every show was like this. And I certainly do not. I can't imagine such a thing. But we love you all. And for the first time in a long time, we will see you next week. Same time, same place.
Hell yeah.
Talking about professional wrestling. The Late Night Grin is back.
Fuck yeah.
So for the last time, tonight, for the first time of a new era, keep grinning, all hail, and enjoy this outro, folks. We love you.
We'll see you down the trail.
See you.